What's up, you guys? It's Danny Williams.
And Lucas Tyndale.
Lily Price.
And we are here with another episode of Lucas Live News. I came in kind of laughing because Lucas kind of started and he wasn't even ready yet. So it was kind of funny.
Why wouldn't he start? That's so his personality.
Of course. It's a new year. Same me. Good times, ready to be here. We're we have a new seating arrangement for the new season, new show. I'm calling it a new season. I'm just making up stuff because it's a new year and we're excited about it, and things are good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm
It's 2025.
I'm excited to be live. We wasn't live last week.
Yes.
So took a little break. I
didn't even have a voice last week.
I know.
It was wild.
I was surprised that we took a break last week.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna rock it in New Year.
You did?
I did. I was waiting on
the
the text that we were gonna be rocking in the New Year.
This is our rocking New Year.
Yeah.
Bringing it in at 12 a.m.
Right.
This is
How were
it.
you guys? How was your New Year? How was your New Year?
It was good. What about you?
It was good. It was good.
What'd you do? We're old. I'll be like, I was in the bed. You know what I'm saying?
I cleaned.
Oh.
So.
Are you supposed to clean on you clean on New Year's Eve? When did you clean? You can't be cleaning.
I cleaned New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, I fell asleep at 10:30.
Dang, so you just
my husband woke me up at 11:50. And then I got the kids and was like, listen, this is what we do. We praying. We praying in the New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hey,
we live on TikTok.
Live on TikTok.
What's up? We live on TikTok, y'all.
So, that's what we did. We prayed in the New Year. I was half asleep in prayer. And we went right back to sleep.
Half sleep in prayer on the New Year.
Go.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the show. If you're watching us live on TikTok, we kind of got a little camera going on. We've been trying to go live on TikTok through our stream, which we're going to do that eventually.
We're going to do it. We're going to get it done. I think that's going to... We've seen the setup. Like,
we know it's possible.
Like, it looks really cool. I think the only thing different is like the landscape portrait type of view, but it's all good. It's going to be nice. Once we get it popping.
Appreciate the hearts, man. Y'all hit them hearts. Appreciate the love.
They
going crazy, man. What's up? This is Danny Williams.
Hey.
I'm Lucas Tyndale.
TikTok is really fun.
Lily Price in the building. This is Lucas Live News.
Like,
what's
there
up?
was
What's
one
up?
night I got like 500 viewers. I was like, what's going on? I didn't even know what to talk about anymore. I was like,
right, you said it tripping.
Hi. Like, they were all in there.
Danny, you just stand there and you just look cute.
That's what
trying.
you do.
You just look cute. That's all you do.
Right.
500 viewers?
Yeah,
right.
Like, hey, I make soap.
Right.
It's like True Body TikTok go crazy. But good morning.
Tiff said she could do something with this to help us out maybe. Well, I don't know, Tiff. I don't know if I'll be able to see the comments. We're going to figure this out. What's up, Katrina Martinez? If y'all could make that where we could see the comments a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Do you know Katrina?
I don't.
Do you know Katrina? Katrina, what's up? We don't know if we know you, but we're glad you're here.
How are you? Good morning.
We just talked about this morning. That we hope we see some new faces in here today. Katrina, if we do know you, we sorry. She'd be like, you my cousin.
I was going to say, because
I'm
not a name person all the time.
Yeah.
So, like,
that might be your cousin.
I'm a face person. So, Katrina might be my cousin. What's up, Katrina?
What's up, Katrina?
Yeah, because I hate saying, I don't know that person. Because, like, they're like, Lily, we went to school.
I know, like, Lily.
Oh, my gosh.
Lily, my kids come to your daycare.
Lily, I live next door to you.
Right, Lily.
I've literally been in.
She said she's a newbie. What's up? What brought you here? Let us know where you're coming from. And what brought you here? We're glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you. What's up, everybody?
Good morning to my mom. Good morning
wherever you're watching
Asia.
from.
Good morning, Ron. I'm going to text you after this show. Like, you don't even understand. I've been leaving Ron kind of like on red.
Oh, that ain't right. Ron, we love y'all,
like,
man.
It's really your fault, though, because I'm like, I got to get with Lucas, and then Lucas don't get back with me. And then it's just
womp womp womp.
But I'm gonna text you after this show. But good morning,
Asia.
big bro. He said top of the top. Happy New Year, you guys. This is Lucas Live News. You guys can follow us on Lucas Live Media on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, wherever you are. But we have a really fun show happening today. We got some fun things we're gonna talk about.
Yes.
Hit on some news. Hit on some community stuff. But we'll be right back. We'll jump right into that.
Y'all check this out, people.
All right, so it is National Mentor Month, and we actually got some mentors in the chat right now. We got Ron Seymour in the chat. I think Asia is a mentee. She may be a mentor too. But it's National Mentor Month, and we are sponsored by Mentor Stark and Lori Moline over there.
Yes.
So we wanted to just kind of spread some awareness about mentoring. We actually are partnering with them doing a mentor fair happening January 23rd. So we're just excited about that. Any mentors in the chat? How many years have you been a mentor? Anything like that? Anything mentorship wise? Let us know what's going on. January 14th is actually Thank Your Mentor Day. So if you have a mentor, why don't y'all go ahead and thank them in the chat right now? Maybe tell them one or two things of why you love them, why you appreciate them, anything like that. But it's Thank Your Mentor Day, January 14th. So drop it in the chat now. You can start early.
Mentoring is like a huge. It's bigger than what people think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Like it can be great for networking because, jobs are always because of networking. Like you always get a job because of who you know.
Yes.
So you never know who a mentor can connect you with later in life. But then also just daily living, you know what I mean? Like just learning how to get through the day. Setting goals, like looking at careers, family, choices, like stuff like that. It's just like really important to have a mentor. I don't care how old you are. Sometimes it's really good to have somebody that you like call and just say like, hey, what do you think about this?
Absolutely.
Because even some of the greatest leaders have someone that they call. Isn't that something?
I remember when I was working with She Elevates in Dolores, she always asked me, do you have a mentor? Do you have a mentor? And I always said like Lucas is my mentor. But I never
good answer.
official, but like when I do need any kind of assistance personally, I'm calling Lucas because I feel like he has my best interest.
Right.
I'm giving you your flowers. He
has
my best interest.
Appreciate this.
And he is a man of God. So he does have the right things to say to me.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm confident with what he's saying to me because I know it's coming from a good place. But when we sat in the office with Lori Moline, I really understood the impact of mentorship, like just with our one meeting. And everything you just said is like what she hit on. Like I think Mentor Stark offers mentoring services up until 27. And that kind of was like, wow, but being a 30-year-old woman now, at 25, I think I needed some mentoring as far as just being a woman. Like I need somebody to help me navigate this and this. I got different feelings. I'm feeling, just different. I need help. So I really love that they offer the services up to that age. And then you're right. Lori knows everybody. So she's a great connector when it comes to jobs. Like a lot of those mentees are getting in some really good spaces because of Mentor Stark and just who Lori knows, her relationships. Lucas and I got to talk to some of her mentees and kind of just, tell them a little bit about us and what we do and how we did it, how we got here. So that's cool. But
that's awesome.
I think being a mentor and then being a mentee, take whatever you can as a mentee, but then being a mentor, one thing I think about being a mentor, which we'll do on January 23rd.
Okay.
Lori is doing some trainings and just kind of educating mentors on what they need to know as far as. I muted. No, you're all good. You're all good.
You are muted. You were saying, right.
I was. All right, so right here, Creating the Village. This is a mentor affair that Lori and us over here at Lucas Live Media kind of brainstormed together because we were just seeing that there may have been a disconnect with just mentors in general, and there are some best practices that you should kind of like live by as a mentor. So this fair right here will really help any aspiring mentors, anybody that's actively mentoring someone right now. With this is a program and an event that we highly encourage you to come out to because if you are mentoring someone, there are going to be some really great topics and things discussed that you will need to know and that will help you out with your mentee. So make sure you guys come out to that. If you guys screenshot the flyer, you can just click
throw that back up
QR
there real quick. I love that. Screenshot that right now. If you take a screenshot of that, later you can click on that QR code from your photos and it will take you to the link online for you guys to come to that. This is a free event for anyone. You may be a coach, you may be a parent, you may be someone at a church, a pastor, a leader, or just a person who's interested in helping anyone, a young person. You may be involved in anything, and you're like, I don't know the best practices for a mentor. I do work with young people. I do help young people out in whatever capacity, or I want to, and I'm not sure where to start, or I've started and I didn't know there were best practices. That's what we want to help everyone with. We want you to know the best practices for this, because there's not necessarily training. When you work in early childhood or something like that, there's continued education and things we have to do. When you just work in the community, there may not be something where you're like, how do I get training for this? Right. So that's what this is about. Everybody out there, let's make sure we share the broadcast as well. I knew you were doing that. I just shared a minute ago. Let's make sure we're all sharing the broadcast.
Asia says she is a mentee and a mentor as well. And I really like that. I don't know, like, even when I say this, like, I don't know if I'm a mentor, but
yes, you are.
I am. But when we decided that we were going to do this fair, it was because there are a lot of people, which even including myself, that would say, hey, I'm a mentor, but I have not gone through a lick of practice, read a book about it. I just am in a position to be able to give some good advice.
And I would imagine that it has to be a healthy relationship with some type of boundaries. You know what I mean? Because it's mentoring. So you don't want to end up becoming a therapist or even like pouring some of your whatever you got going on onto that person.
Here's the question, though.
In a way that you're used to talk to your friends, right? That's not a mentor. Like,
is it though? So here's what we're gonna learn, right? Well, so here's what we're gonna. I don't know, right? We don't know. Lori is gonna help us. We're gonna help moderate, and we're gonna do some training with Lori in advance, and we're gonna learn what is that, right? Because because for sure, when you talk about you and me, I'm telling you what I know.
You right.
I ain't holding back. I'm not like, let me not tell you what I know and believe. You said I'm a man of God. I'm telling you what God told me to tell you. I don't, half the time I'll be like, Danny, I'd be like, this ain't necessarily even from me. When I tell people whatever they be telling me, I'd be like talking, and I'd be like, I ain't even know
that it's not from you.
I'd be like, it ain't even from me.
How many times do we talk? You and me have done it before to each other. We're talking. 100%. It's like, I'm telling you something, but it's like, I don't even know where it's coming from.
How do you know that?
I need to hear it too.
Right, exactly. I'm like, there's no way you know that. Right,
exactly.
Right. So
that's true.
We're going to learn those best practices. And then I think, especially when we talk about a spiritual thing, I think there is a level of trust that has to go beyond what a book might know to tell you. When you know, when it comes to a spiritual thing, you feel spiritually led to say, thus, this is what I know God is telling me to say to you. But And then for anybody receiving something, especially when it comes to spiritual stuff, you got to be able to discern that stuff, because people be like, the Lord told me to tell you some junk. And you be like, the Lord didn't tell you to fix your junk.
I
like,
think
what are you
that
talking
people
about?
have to understand that if the Lord is going to tell
Ronnie,
someone else, that they're going to tell them as well.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
They're going to get some type of confirmation.
Absolutely. That's good.
It's not going to just be in outer space. Like,
what?
Like,
what? I ain't never heard
my job.
Right.
I will be telling people to quit it.
It
is true.
I was a mentor before that. Think about your cheer camp. And you know what? There's one story I want to tell you about the cheer camp and mentoring and am I a mentor? But there was a girl, I think, Tiff, you might remember this, but there was a girl there last year, and she was giving everybody issues, right? She said, I don't want to be here. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to go home. And it was like, she got an attitude. You need to go talk to her. Everybody to talk to her. You need to talk to her. And I'm talking to her. I'm like, what's up? What's going on? I'm trying to, give her my Danny thing. And she's like standoffish, like, I ain't trying to talk to you, and I'm not really trying to be here. I'm like, where you trying to be? I don't know anywhere but here. I said, well, you want to go home? I don't want to go there either. I'm like, why don't you want to go home? And she started telling me all these things are happening at home. And so immediately I was like, when I cheered, I did everything. I did cheerleading, track, gymnastics, because sometimes I didn't want to be at home. I said that was my outlet, and I told her that. I said that was my outlet. I said when I was at cheerleading, I was the most happy because I was gone, I was active, I was doing my thing, and I was next practice, or whatever I had to do. So I just told her, like, just redirect this energy, and think about, okay, I'm here, I'm away from where I don't want to be, and have fun, and tap in and have fun. Right. And it helped a little bit. She didn't like go out and just start doing flips and jumps, and I'm so happy. But at least she didn't have that attitude. Like, I don't want to be here. She was still just like, I'm trying.
And
she had a level of appreciation for it.
You also don't know when in life she's going to take that advice.
True.
Like, a lot of times, we give information or share information or give advice to people, and at that moment they might not be in the mindset, but it could be 3 years from now,
and they'll just remember that
they're just like, oh snap, you know what I mean? I remember what Danny said, and I remember her, and then she'll see you and she'll give you a hug, and you'll be, and your last thought of her was she was
literally
right, you know, but she's like, she needed that, you know what I mean?
Love that.
So
that is true.
Love that. Thank you guys who are commenting.
Patty Fetzer?
You know Patty?
You know Patty?
Patty.
Oh, look what she said.
Hello, Patty. I love Patty.
Do you?
Yes, I love Patty.
I didn't know we knew Patty.
Okay, so when we talk about
Absolutely,
mentoring, Patty was like a mentor to me.
Was she?
Yeah, like I would not have been in the social work field. I would not have had. I'm getting ready to cry. That's so emotional.
Oh my
Go
God.
for
We're
it.
talking
This
about
is the
mentors,
second
and
show
Patty
I'm
jumps
crying
on here.
I'm like,
You be about to.
I reciprocate energy.
So
You
listen,
build up energy.
Yeah,
energy.
but
You sound
we
like
reciprocate
Glorilla. She energy. She from Memphis. Y'all don't know about her. I reciprocate energy. They don't know about you.
So listen, I had I started a dance team back in 2000.
I didn't know that.
I did. It was back in 2003.
What?
And so this is when I was rededicating my life to Christ, and I was coming off the street. You know, I had.
So you came right out the club. You was like, I still gotta dance.
Like,
we gonna dance.
Right.
But
We just gonna dance for the Lord.
so let me tell you about Patty. Patty is a community person because she came to an event and saw me and basically offered me a job in being a mentor. So I had no experience except for just working with these young kids. And I think at that time I had just had my oldest son. And she, you know, I had this job through, it was community services at that point. And I just started there. And like, I would not be where I'm at right now had it not been for her. Wow. Every job experience, she was kind of like there. You know what I mean? Like I would always like run into Patty, but she opened the door for me, and so I'm so thankful. Patty, I love you.
She remembers your dance at Hartford.
Yep.
That is
She remembers
sweet.
that.
Yep.
She says she loves Lily.
Yes.
I want
in the chat.
What's up,
That's
Coach
another
G?
mentor.
A
Listen,
great
any
mentor.
coaches
Oh, my
out there, y'all
goodness.
have the power to be. You are mentors. You are
100%.
mentors. You know, especially as a coach. I mean, when I think about my time as a coach, I spent a lot of time with those girls. Like, and they spent a lot of time with me.
Yeah.
And you know, just getting to know each other and just, you know, being in spaces where we're all exhausted or we're all happy or we're all mad and we're all just, you know, learning from each other. And as a woman with young women like that, you know, middle school and high school, you know, you just gotta.
It means a lot.
Yeah,
I got a lot of Coach G stories, how he mentored my daughter. I always talk about him a lot. Yeah. Patty, I want to go back to Patty's comment. Darren, what's up, my man? Gang's all here. What's going on, my God? Love my man, Darren. Go back up. There's a comment from Patty. I want to read Patty. Asia, we thank you so much. Judy Pleasure Williams, what's going on? Glad you are here. Just what Patty said. She said, love this conversation. Inspiring and empowering mentors to empower our youth is so. I was reading that from over there. They just scrolled it because I can't. From our youth is important. Thank you for promoting mentoring best practices. Absolutely. Thank you, Patty. Yep. To everybody out there, Coach G, Patty, Tony, Judy, anybody out there, if we could put that flyer back up real quick. We have an event that we are hosting as Lucas Live Media with. We have an event. We're hosting as Lucas Live Media along with Mentor Stark. That is coming up on January 23rd. It will be at the Timken Commons Career Campus. That's 521 West Tusk here in Canton, Ohio, from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can scan that QR code, but right now you're on your phone very likely, and you're thinking, I can't scan this QR code. So all you have to do is take a screenshot right now. You know how to push a couple buttons on your phone right now, and clink, clink, clink. It's going to boop, 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 right? And it's going to take that screenshot. And then later you're going to go back to your photos in your phone, and all you got to do is click that QR code, and it's actually going to magically take you online and let you register. This is absolutely free. So anyone who is a mentor, interested in mentoring, now, sooner, later, whatever, it's a free event. We want everybody to come out, okay? Whether you've been doing it 100 years or want to start tomorrow, we want you to come out because we want you to learn the 2025 best practices for mentoring so that you can say, I have the best and latest information. And maybe you're a coach and you have other coaches under you, bring them. Or maybe they can't come and you can come learn it. And you can say, hey, they're saying right now with social media and with this, that, and the other, based on the 4 stages of mentoring relationships, these are some things we should be doing right now in 2025. So please, please, please come out. Lucas Live Media, we're behind this. If you love us and support us, please be there. And we are partnering with Mentor Start to make this happen. So we'd love to see you guys there on January 23rd.
Love that. Love that. Lori had sent us some questions that kind of, I'm like moving in my chair and making all kind of noise. Yes. But after I just read them, it's funny because I think we talked about them just in a natural conversation. So we answered some questions. We did.
We want to give some chances, I think. I mean, you do it how you want to do it. I think, we'll come around
the last question I do want to ask before we get into what you guys see over there, 2025 Cotillion, we got some updates about that. But one question I do want to ask is, we talked about, why someone might want to be a mentor, and how many, or, if you ever consider being a mentor, but what's like, if you can think, even you guys out there, think about it. What's something that, a mentor has said to you that's inspired you? What lesson have they maybe have taught you that you'll never forget? You'll never forget this conversation or this lesson or this thing they did for you. I know if like Lori's kids weren't in school, they could be on here all day long talking about the things they've done. She's done for them. But if a mentor out there has done something for you that you can, specifically remember, tag them. And we want to just hear the stories. I want to hear the stories that you guys have with your mentors.
Right.
Drop them in a chat.
Yep.
I just want to know. It's National Mentoring Month. National Mentor Month. So we want to just highlight mentors, mentees, and then just the whole idea of mentorship in general. So if y'all have any, do you guys have anything?
I mean, I think for me, I was just sitting here thinking, because we were talking about Patty. It wasn't so much. I mean, she is an encouraging type person. She's just like, you ever meet somebody who's just like nice?
Yes.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So that in one, just her demeanor, right? But then also just like watching her, so just being nice, being a good person. But when you talk about like something that they said, it wasn't necessarily something that she said, it was what she did, and then she talked about going to school after having like a child. Like she was in school with her child. Yeah. And so I was in school with my children. So that was encouraging to me. Like, man, if she can do it, I can do it.
Right.
Yeah, because sometimes we think, especially as young women, if we don't have a lot of people around us to empower us, we kind of like fall by the wayside, and we just kind of think, okay, well, I can just do this, or I can just work, or I can just, you kind of like get rid of your visions because of your kids. And I always try to encourage people that kids are your vision. Like, make your kids a part of your vision. So like for me, I was like, okay, if Patty can do this, then I want my kids to see me graduate. Like that's going to be something that I want my kids to see. And so they were able to watch me graduate twice. So I hope, like, to me, it's like so inspiring. Like, it's not always what somebody says. It's their actions and what they do and how they, Yeah,
I love that.
Just how they present themselves.
I finished my senior year of college pregnant with Reem, and then my second year I had him as an infant. I remember holding him.
This was college.
Okay,
right. This was college. Okay, I was judging. My fault.
Senior year, and I was already like a 5th year senior. So it was.
And you was grown.
I was grown. I had my own spot. I was grown. I
didn't been with my man. But you didn't stop though.
Yeah,
I didn't stop. But you know what? That is something that I've always been that way. Like, there was no way that everybody was gonna know that I was in school and I didn't finish. I don't know. I just couldn't.
Once people knew you were in school,
I had something, like, not even to prove to them, but it was just like, I didn't have it in me to not finish. I just didn't have it in me. I'm like, I started this and I'm gonna finish it. Like, I actually, people don't even know this, but I was majoring and minoring. And my major just kept acting up. And I was like, I'm pregnant now I got to figure this out. And I did. I switched my major, ended up majoring in the minor that I had, because I had more credit for that. I had to get up out of there, because I was like, I can't do another 2 years in here. So,
I love that.
I mean, but you did it, and that's your story, is like that you finished. And so when you pour that
at my graduation,
that's awesome. And like when you pour that into someone else, especially a young girl, I'm telling you, it's so easy, and you know that. Like you have a kid, and you're, you know, especially being a single mom. Like for me, I was a single mom, and I was just like, what am I gonna do? But when I hear people or have met people, and I look at them, like, if you talk to someone like Patty, you would never think, man, she had her kids, she went to school, this, that, and the other. It's just you have these perceptions with that when people are successful, that they don't have a story sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no,
do you ever feel that way?
Yeah.
Like
They went
sometimes
from the room, and now they're
right. That's a great point.
Like sometimes, like people will come to me, and I'm not saying that I'm all this and that, but I do feel like I'm kind of fire. No, but there are, you know, young women that will talk to me, and they'll say, you don't understand. I'm like, girl, you have no idea.
Right.
And so then when I tell them, they're like, I had no idea. I had no idea that you experienced that. Yes, I experienced that, but you can't you have to build off of those experiences. And I think mentorship is that you're like teaching someone to build off of their life experiences and create something great out of it.
I've always been like the person that when I go through it and I get through it, I'm always ready to help somebody else get through it too, or teach them something. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always that. Once I learn it, I want to teach it, or if I go through it, I want to help somebody else go through it. Because like I've been through some stuff, and I'm like, there was one time when I was younger, like, why am I going through this? But that was the only time I've ever questioned why I went through something, because I always knew there was a lesson to teach somebody else. There was a lesson to teach just something. Somebody's going to come into my life, whether it's my sister, a niece, a friend, a cousin, anybody. And I might be like, I know exactly how you feel, what you're talking about, and this is what I did, you know, to get through it. So I do love teaching from experience. Right. You know, and just having that, because you're relatable. You know, you can just be relatable in that way. There was a situation that happened to me, and then one of my cheerleaders that I was coaching happened to her too. And I supported her. I went, and she actually had got pregnant in high school. I supported her. I went to her baby shower. Everybody was like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, because y'all don't know my story. Y'all don't know what I went through. Mm-hmm. So she feels alone. She's gonna feel scared. She's gonna do all this, and I'm gonna be right there saying, if ain't nobody got you, I got you. Or my coach came to my baby shower, and I was I was there.
Yeah, like, you're supporting the birth of a child, and then supporting her as she overcomes, and you know what I mean.
And we had the conversation
to the next level with it,
supporting the decision that you made.
Right.
No, but because of that decision, this is what's happening. I'm not gonna say consequence, but this is what happens after that. Is this life? Right. This is what happens, and it happened to you. Here we are. Don't let it happen again.
That's real.
Say, don't let it happen again.
So
I think that's really good too. I love that. And as mentors, there's a really fine balance. Hey, Lori. She said, thanks for having this valuable conversation with our granddaughter in Columbus. She's with her granddaughter in Columbus. Shout out to Lori. It is important, because there's a fine line between, I think so often when we come to a place of overcoming our stuff, we start acting like we never went through that jump.
I can't.
One thing I always said to my kids, I'm trying to coach you. Yes, I'm parenting you, whatever that term means. I never looked it up, so I didn't even really know what it was. And I knew I did not have the handbook on parenting. Right. And I knew my parents did not perfectly parent me, because they were not perfectly parenting, because their parents only did what their parents did, and their parents did what their parents did, and nobody knew what they were doing. So as a parent, I was like, I'm trying to coach you. I used to tell my kids, I'm trying to give you the cheat code. I'm trying to tell you what I'm thinking so you can win with me. Here's what I'm thinking. When I say go to bed, I want you to go to bed. That's all. I just want you to go to bed. I'm not trying to trick you into getting in trouble. I'm not trying to make you mad, because I want you to, because when you go to sleep, you get more rest. When you wake up, you'll be more refreshed. When you're more refreshed, you'll do better in school. When you do better in school, you'll do better in life. Here's the code to life. I'm just trying to coach you to be successful in life. And that's it. I'm not, it's nothing else to it. I just want you to win in life. That's it. I'm your coach. That's all. I want you to win. I'm not fussing and fighting and yelling and screaming for any other reason. Like, I used to tell them that all the time. And I'm like, I want you to know also how to win in life and with me. That's all. And so here, oh, you want to trick me? Okay, when I say go to bed, go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I say sit down, sit down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
real.
And you won't get in trouble. You don't want to get in trouble with me? Do this. Hey, do that. So all the time, I always coached them. I used to take my kids to middle school every day, and I would coach them in the car. Like we would sit outside and have these talks in the car.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, listen, y'all about to go in there, right? Luke, Shanti, listen, y'all about to go in there. Savannah, I took her to grade school, and I took my middle school kids to middle school. Every day I'm sitting out there coaching them. Like, listen, here's what you're about to go into. I know it's like this, this, and this. And I remember one day my kids gave me had a tough conversation with me. It was Luke and Shanti, my middle kids, and they said, Dad, you're coaching us to go into a war zone, and you're giving us civilian instructions, basically, is what they said. They said you're giving us instructions to be civilians in a war zone. I'm like, dang. First of all, that's wild.
That is wild to even feel that way.
That's wild to feel that way.
You're putting all this passion into preparing them to go into school
and be these well-behaved
and they're telling
civilians.
You, like, it's not that easy.
It's gonna look like Mean Girls at the beginning of the movie in
like,
there. It's a wild. It's a jungle in there.
Right.
It's wild in there.
You
right.
don't know what happened in here.
And I was amazed by that, but I still pushed them to persevere. And they didn't always do it perfectly, but I still pushed them to persevere. I still pushed them to be leaders be light in darkness. Yeah. You know, and that's what I always told them, like, darkness gives opportunity for light. That's something I always tell people. People are like, well, nobody's acting like this. I'm like, well, darkness gives opportunity for light. Don't be mad at the darkness even in the world right now. Darkness gives opportunity for light. It gives you a chance to shine. Yeah. So do that. So again, one of my biggest things, and I worked with kids for years. I worked, for those of you who know me, from McKinley Early Childhood Center. I did that for 16 years. That's how I met you. I started at 16 years old. I worked there for 16 years. And my thing with the kids was always, I don't want to forget what it's like to be a kid. I don't want to forget. I don't want to get too good. I never want to get too high. My daughter, my youngest, is 15 right now. I still talk to her like that. Last night she had a pimple and she was crying.
Oh, goodness.
And it's that, it's that time of the, you know what I'm saying? And I said, Bubs, I call her Bubs. I said, come here. And she's crying, and I had her lay with me. I'm laying on the couch, and I just held her, and I loved on her, and we talked about some things going on in the world. I said, Bubs, I know this is big to you right now. I said, I used to go through this too when I was a teenager. I said, but I want you to understand there's a lot going on in the world, sweetheart. And you know that, right? And we've talked about some of the things. There's fires going on, there's sickness going on, sweetie. And I know this feels really big, but we praying for the people who are going through some really big stuff right now, sweetie. And we're so blessed, right? And we started talking through it. And she has a very close friend who has their mother lives in LA. And she said they just heard from their mom, and their mom is okay. And I'm so grateful for that. I said, right? And we're grateful because we was praying for that, right? She's like, yeah. So it put it all in perspective for her. And that's what I want to help her learn to do, is like, in those moments where you crying about a pimple, like, let's remember people are losing their homes, they're losing their lives. Like, those are the types of lessons as a mentor for me that I want to pass on to my children and those that I mentor.
Right. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Yeah. That is something that I know a lot of little girls wish they had. So Savannah is really lucky to have that.
That's my girl, my
really
Bubs.
Lucky to have that. We got some comments before we go into our next segment. We got Asia said, you're a great dad, Lucas. You're a great cry in front of these kids. Such a loving dad. I did see some other things happening up top. She said, someone has said there is no parent. Parenting doesn't come with a manual. Yeah,
for sure. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
we all messed up. I'm still messing up.
We out here winging it. Tina Stevens says, turning your pain into purpose. Thanks to all the mentors. And I think that's...
Tina's a great mentor.
She is.
Yes.
And I think that's
and she's been through it, man. Tina's story is powerful.
Yep. I think that's the number one thing here is thanking all of our mentors, being, showing gratitude for the things that we have gone through that helps us to be better mentors, coming from that, place of experience and being able to just be relatable to anybody that just may need it, you know? So shout out to all of the mentors all across the world. Shout out to the mentors.
National Mentoring Month.
Yeah, especially here in Stark County, those that are making our community a better place. So I know I could think of a few, Officer Sharp, helping out the kids in the community.
Be a Better Me.
Be a Better Me. Shout out to Be a Better Me. Shout out to Walking with a Purpose, Ron and LaTony Seymour. Obviously, shout out to Mentor Stark and Lori Moline. Our girl Olivia is in the building.
What's up, Olivia? We got a camera over there on Olivia. Don't be trying to act like ain't no camera. Scroll down to the bottom. What's up? Let's see what's up, Olivia. What's up, our team? Tip over there too. Tip trying to hide. What's up, Tip? We see you over there. Production squad over there. What's up? What's up? They over there. We got them.
Yeah. Yep. So mentors, like again, all across the county, and I think Kenton and Stark County is really blessed. We have a lot of people that step up for our kids. We
can't even name them all. Let's be honest. Like, I'm trying to even think of. Lori has the list. She could probably name a lot of them.
There's football teams here.
Yes. Shout out to
young
Kev Bonner, who has a lot of teams out there.
Anybody that's really working with kids and doing it in a positive way, shout out to them because they're mentors.
Spartans.
I mean, you got Miss Betty Smith.
Miss Betty Smith. How can we forget her in Richmond?
Yes.
I knew we was forgetting people. Miracle Walker.
Yeah, like you said. I mean, Stark County. You know, Danny said Lily's Pad.
Lily's Pad.
Listen,
our newest sponsor, Lily's Pad.
Listen, you come to Lily's Pad, and I just told a mom yesterday, you come here, we don't just help the kid. We don't just make sure the kids get through the day. We are here to help families. Yes. We've connected families to all kinds of local resources. We connect them to get their electric get cut back on. We've connected families to get housing opportunities. We've connected families to job opportunities. We've connected families to counseling. You name it, that's what we are here to do.
I love that.
We like to meet families where they're at. I don't expect parents to always be on time. We're not your typical child care center. Right. Like, we don't have these strict rules. And sometimes my staff look at me with cross eyes like, that ain't how such and such do it. But I'm not such and such. We are not just a child care center. We care about the entire family. We've connected families to DD services, all kinds of different things, local school districts to get speech therapies, all kind of different things.
I love that. Because you have that experience with your social work background.
This is what I'm saying.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going back to Patty.
Yes.
I don't know if she's still on.
Patty's still on there. Patty right there.
But this is what I'm saying. If I had not had somebody take me in and say, listen, I can see you're doing this. Did you know you can get a paycheck for this? You know what I'm saying? But that experience of being a mentor led me into being a case manager. And then I was a wraparound facilitator. And I was going into homes and facilitating and creating plans. And then I ended up going to DD. So I had that perspective. So I was able to work on the mental health side and the developmental disability side. And that has been such a blessing, for our center because I'm able to see the things that families need. And so
love that.
You come to Lily's Pad, we're gonna be all up in your business.
We're gonna be up in your business.
Be all up in your business.
Helping you out.
With confidentiality.
Yes. Okay, I love that. With a little confidentiality, right? Yes. We have some fun stuff coming up on this show too. I like to do a preview in the beginning because sometimes people may miss it, may not hang around. We got a funny topic that's coming up.
And it's funny how it even came about. We was talking about I don't even know what we were talking about.
Because this is how when you work with people, you end up talking about everything in your life.
Because people don't know, it's like, I'm crazy. And not everybody gets to see that side. So Lucas knows that side real well.
Absolutely.
So now
crazy.
We got this topic. It's like, dang, you getting all in my business because that's supposed to be just for you. But now it's for y'all too.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about it. We're just going to get to the cotillion.
Well, we're going to get to the cotillion. I want to let you guys know we're going to be talking about a relationship topic. I want to give them a little preview so they can get ready.
All right. Get ready for the relationship
so shout out to my
topic.
Gloria. She said individuals like Mr. Lucas, Lisa Lucas, Stephanie Patrick,
and
many more.
Yes. Thank you.
I thought she was talking about me, Mr. Lucas. She's talking about her brother, my uncle John Lucas, probably. Lisa Lucas, my cousin Lisa Lucas, and Stephanie Patrick, who's also a relative. Miss Patrick, I just saw her at an event recently.
Yeah.
She was at Sexy Rob's event. Yeah, Miss Russian Patrick Elementary, formerly Allen Elementary is after her. Wonderful, wonderful mentors. Absolutely. So our topic that we're going to be laughing about and talking about today. So get your family and friends ready, couples. We're going to be talking about if you release energy when your stomach is.
I love how professional you're trying to.
See,
make
I want to be
question.
professional. Sometimes your stomach gets the gassing up, right? And you're next to the love of your life, your partner, and we're wondering if you allow the gases do you let those toxic fumes loose, or do you run off into the woods in the middle of the night for the wolves to deal with it. That's what we're trying to find out
That's
today.
what we're going to find out
That's
later
what we're
on.
going to find out later.
Stick around for
so y'all
that
let us know.
conversation.
We're going to know, how long do you take into the relationship? Is it a time thing? Is it a never, ever, ever? I don't never. I've been in this thing for 10 years. Y'all get ready for it. That's our funny topic of the day.
This is interesting.
Release the energy. Do you release the energy or do you hold the energy in? We talking because we got a LinkedIn audience. We want to be professional, but we're going to talk about it in real terms and be funny and have fun with it. So y'all get ready for this topic here in a minute today.
Yep.
All right,
so we're gonna jump over. You guys see, we have a tab that says 2025 Cotillion. What are we talking about? So,
yes.
Miss Janine McDaniels had reached out to Lucas Live Media team asking for some services, and I am actually super excited to say that the Lucas Live Media team will be doing a purple carpet experience at the 2025 Stark County Debutante Cotillion. Okay, so this is something that, kind of went away for a couple years. They tried to bring it back during COVID, and everybody knows what happened in COVID. Everything was shut down. So they couldn't bring it back, and last year was the first time in a long time that the Cotillion blessed Stark County again, and I was actually there. It was beautiful, and I'm just so excited to be back there again, but this time with the media team. We'll be doing a purple carpet experience. She said, "Oh, purple carpet." A purple carpet experience. We'll be getting some videography. We'll have some
time out. I always wonder if this is like gala. Some people say videography, and I think it's videography. But I do hear people say videography. Or what did you just say? Videography?
I don't know. I probably say it both ways.
But some people, I forever said it's videography. It's not videography. That's not right.
So here's a trick.
But then I've heard other people say it in professional areas, and then I'm like, maybe it could be both. I don't know. But I think it's videography.
I think
like photography, not photography.
I don't know. I think the trick is that whatever somebody else says to you, then you just say that back to them.
And you just roll with it?
And then you guys are on the same page.
Okay.
So then that way,
so if they say peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you be like,
yes,
sandwiches.
I love sandwiches.
Love me some sandwiches. Okay. Sandwiches.
Just, don't make things difficult.
Don't make things difficult. Okay, like I do. I'm like, time out. All right, never mind. Videography. Go ahead with the videography. No, whatever you want to call it. Right? Lily rules.
Nonetheless,
if somebody says gala, then you say, the gala.
You don't be like.
If somebody says gala, you go, oh yes, the gala.
If they say tomato, you be like, I love tomatoes.
I'm not saying tomato. I always say that.
Yes,
I love tomatoes.
Anyway, so
my favorites.
Nevertheless,
I love tomatoes.
Media team will be in the building. We'll be working closely with the mothers and the daughters. Will actually be in the studio tomorrow doing some voiceovers and interviews. I'm really excited about that.
You've been putting in some work.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You put a team together.
I put a team together. We're making it happen. Yes, thank you, Olivia, Asia, Tiff, you, everyone that is helping me kind of just bring my vision to life when it comes to this, because they're coming to the studio tomorrow. We're doing. I thought through how I want to do interviews, and voiceovers, and what room, and this and that. So I'm excited for them to be here tomorrow. And I hope that they're excited too. Yeah. If you guys don't know. They are doing a fundraiser for all of the former classes. There is a flyer for you right here. So if you take a look at this flyer, right, we got some classes, all right? And the classes, they are all going to be raising money per class, right? So what they're asking is that your class raises a minimum of $250. Okay, and
easy.
Then and so if your whole class is able to raise $250, then your class will receive a full page ad in the 2025 Cotillion booklet. Okay, so you see there's a few classes that have donated, but there's a lot that hasn't. They have a goal of $50,000, and you can see where they are kind of at right now. So if you guys go to their Facebook page, which is Stark County Debutante Cotillion, right there at the bottom of this flyer, there is a link on a lot of her posts. Miss McDaniel or Miss Janine is doing a really good job at posting these. I think what is her name? Crystal Johnson with Anomaly. She is helping her as a social media manager, helping her post all her stuff. So shout out to Crystal. But go to her page And there you will find the links to go in and donate. So if you're a class, if you're a member from any of the cotillions in the past, go to the Facebook, hit that link, and make sure you guys are donating. Make sure you call up your other girls that was a part of your class, because we want you guys to win a little, a page in the booklet for 2025.
Shout out class.
Cotillions.
Love
Any
that.
alumni out there, class out there.
Any cotillion members out there? Anybody?
Any
Let us know.
Members. Anybody in the chat that's done it recently, last year, I coached McKinley, so I had some girls that were a part of the cotillion. They looked so beautiful, I think. Actually, one of the girls I coached, her name is Deidre. She is going to be a part of I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be on Netflix, Amazon, but they came and they did a documentary on the cotillion from last year. Went to a film festival, all kinds of things. And there is a girl from right here in Canton that will be one of the stars on this documentary. Her name is Deidre. And there's 2 other girls, but I can't remember their names. I didn't coach them, so I can't remember.
So I don't know who they are. I don't know who their name is. Deidre, I know Deidre.
Okay,
I know that much. Deidre.
So I'm excited just to see that all unfold. I'm excited to watch the documentary. I don't know what platform it's going to come out on.
Love it.
They don't even know what platform it's going to come out on.
They don't know yet, but it's coming.
They know that it is coming, and we can see that, I think, this year.
That's awesome.
So again, you guys, make sure you guys check out that page, the Facebook page. Show them some love. If you haven't bought your ticket, those are still on sale. The official cotillion date is March 16th. So make sure you guys, come out and support. These ladies are doing amazing things.
And the
Asia
link
just
is
dropped
there.
the link for you guys. These girls get to win scholarships after it's all said and done. They get to learn all these, etiquette skills, and just be around some really influential people throughout their journey of just, becoming a young woman. So
I love that.
That is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So my daughter, we often go to Dillard's. This is crazy. She's like, Mom, can we go to Dillard's?
How old is she now?
She's 4.
She's 4.
Dillard's
And
is
wants
so.
to go to Dillard's.
My
She's
son
4.
asked me to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Right. He's like, can I go to Five Below, right? That's where he wants to go, right? She
Mom,
wants to go
can
to
we go
Dillard's.
to Dillard's to get a dress? Like, she loves dresses. She loves being like a princess. And, I totally embrace it, because you don't see a lot of that right now.
Yeah.
So we go to Dillard's where all these, bridal flower girl gowns and stuff are, and we get them, and they're like, "Oh, are you going to be a flower girl?" I'm like, "No, it's Wednesday."
No, it's just a Wednesday. Yes.
No, it's just Wednesday.
She's just
it's
getting
just
ready for Wednesday.
But it made me think about this event, and it's like, what a wonderful way for a young lady to be able to dress up.
Absolutely.
And you can't act like, even when you're 16, 17, you want to be a princess.
Especially
you know what I
right
mean?
now, right?
Yes.
This is like the era of girls doing it all. They got the lashes and the nails and the hairs and the all of this.
They want to feel beautiful, but then that etiquette, oh my gosh, that is going to take them so far, because I have to be honest, I've never received anything like that, and I had to learn how to appropriately speak to people, and I'm still learning. Like, sometimes I'm like,
you have really good posture, though. I know that.
Do I?
You do, because I always feel like you're taller than me. She
Do I?
leans really
Okay.
far. I slouch down, and I always feel like you're taller than me. So I always feel like it's the chair.
I'm
but
actually
you have a really
not.
long torso or
She got
something.
money.
Because
Right?
I'd be
She
like,
also daycare, so
really
she's
be
taking her
feeling
daughter
so
to Dillard's
tall,
right?
man. I'd be like, why is she so tall?
Don't say that on the air.
She's prestigious. I know, right? Don't tell them about my money.
Listen.
Oh, that was not me. That was Asia.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she said that.
No, Asia, no.
Nah.
You take your daughter to Dillard's on
How about
Wednesdays to
this?
buy her dresses.
How about
I don't
this?
see
Not
anyone
Five
has
Below.
Asia, speak it, girl. Speak
Big
it.
bundles
Speak
of
it,
lies.
speak it. Thank you, Asia.
Right.
There we go.
What was that? She got money coming
No,
in.
I stand. You know what? My back. Like, if I'm like this,
Oh,
like,
okay, good.
yeah,
We like
you
that.
have to. You
She's-
have
you
to
have a
good
certain age,
posture.
yes.
Like, sit up straight.
I'm going to do
And
this
what you said
lecture.
about that too, some things that I just know about the cotillion, right? We're having the mothers come to do a voiceover, because they're not going to be able to do it at the event. Because during the event, they're going to be putting the pearls on the girls and making sure, and they're going to be sending them.
So
off
that
out
is
there
so
to
nice.
walk.
I don't mind being the
I mean,
model.
come on,
Right?
How do
Clothes on the
you?
girls.
How do you? That
Violets
is
in
something
bloom
that
is
you're
the
always going to
thing.
remember. Is something that's going to make you. Okay, so here's the thing. It's okay. I don't want to say to feel better than people, but it's okay to be proud of who you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And so these are things that make young women feel. I love how Lucas is like,
It's just acting a fool.
Listen, were you part of this when you were young?
Cotillion?
You know what? What did she tell us? What did she tell us? There was a
What's that?
Miss Janine forget him. Miss Janine told us that there was one for the men, and they do it with like military style. Like,
she said it was
she
said it was a battalion.
So I think that she is trying to bring that back, but she is a woman. So
I'm going to listen. I got it.
Somebody in the comments, Lucas has enough going on.
True.
If somebody could take that on and learn from Janine and offer that to our boy,
I
would
She's
put
like,
my
he busy.
son in that. I think that he needs it. They would love it. I think all kids just
when
really
my son did his soldier thing for us.
you were so proud.
See,
here we go.
I have it on video.
So like
the whole
discipline
thing is so
it teaches you
disciplined.
so much.
And I'm like, wow, learning. I don't even want to say learning, but just learning to become a young man. You know what I mean? And valuing that discipline, that structure. Like, it's important.
Yeah.
It's important and it's valuable. And these young girls are going to learn.
Yes.
Whatever they're learning from this, they're going to take it. And it's going to be transferable.
Yes,
you know what I mean, in life. And so,
love it.
Yes.
Ronnie Reese, thank you so much for being here throughout the show. We appreciate your engagement throughout. Do you guys know Ronnie Reese?
That's my mom's boyfriend.
I knew that. Ronnie Reese. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
I love it.
Man, been here the whole show, representing the whole show.
A few shows,
I knew that, Ronnie Reese. I know Ronnie.
Yes, he's been
we was at
here
the game together and
shows.
everything, checking out my man Lil Reed and everything, and I said, appreciate it.
Good dude. And
I really
appreciate
you, my man.
I really
it's good to have guys in the building too.
He real cool.
Like having guys in the building representing, because we don't have enough of y'all.
Hold up, because you was just all postured up talking about hello. Now you talking about
my man, Ohio State playing tonight. I don't know if you're Ohio State fan, but you know,
he's a Browns fan.
Ohio State is a college though.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Why you gotta hate on him? Why you gotta throw him down the steps? Why you gotta throw him down the steps like that?
Wait a minute. What's wrong with Browns fans?
Browns fans is chilling right now. They're getting ready for next season.
Okay. I have to say something. Every time somebody says something about the Browns, Browns fans
are loyal.
Bam, orange.
We are loyal.
You are.
That's all.
That's how you know you need to date a Browns fan. They loyal. They ain't going nowhere.
What you talking about?
Marry you a Browns fan.
You ain't never said a word.
That's it.
Right?
Get you a Browns fan right there. Get you a Browns fan
right here.
Right there. They ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere. So
put a ring on it. They going nowhere.
I will say this though.
What does that say about you? I don't know.
Listen,
they loyal, man.
Okay, listen. This is my theory. This is my theory. God values the Browns fan.
Okay.
Preach it. If he can trust you.
Yes.
In your journey with the Browns.
Yes.
Imagine the things that he can trust you with.
Preach.
That's
preach. Oh my God.
If you can stay dedicated, hallelujah.
Say it.
To the Browns.
Where is our Oregon
when they
player?
Can't score a touchdown.
Oregon players off today.
What can God do?
Because they was at the club last night.
Hallelujah.
All right. Go on, Lily. Browns fans. Can I get an amen? All right. Browns fans. All right. Skip is a Browns fan. That's why Ace is marrying a Browns fan.
That's why getting married, boo. That's exactly why.
She said he's delusional, but it's all right.
You gotta understand.
She's a Steelers fan.
I was raised to know Christ.
And the Browns.
And I was raised with dog noses.
Were you?
Yes.
Browns fans are really
my
different.
Dad was serious.
But you went to Greater Bethel. Y'all barely got to see the Browns games because y'all was in church till about 3.
My dad, he was like, it's time to go.
He was like, we out of here. Sorry, Bishop Bird.
We out. It's crazy because y'all rushed out of church to go
Sunday school. And it wasn't for real.
And again. And they always bring false hope. You always think they're going to win and then they don't win. But shout out to the Browns.
No. We went to Sunday school. But you know, Sunday school is good for Bibles. You know what I'm saying?
She was leaving church before the sermon because her dad wanted to get home for the game.
Listen, you don't remember Bernie Mac back in the day?
Oh, yeah, Bernie Mac, Webster Slaughter.
So quick story, very quick.
Yeah.
Our TV broke. We went home. The TV was messed up. And my dad was like, my dad was like, not this color TV.
Not the color that's sitting on top of the. Okay.
You're talking about the 80s.
Yes.
So my dad was like, we're watching this Browns game. We went to Sears. Remember Sears?
Oh, yeah.
You guys remember Sears?
Where you get your TVs and your washer and dryer.
Get your car fixed.
You get everything right.
No, I just seen a little post that said, let's confuse the younger generation. It said Sears.
Sears.
There
you go. Sears. I'm an 80s baby.
Yes,
so
yes.
Sears
catalog.
He went and got a big screen TV, which was not
floor model.
it had like cabinets. And
Oh,
everything.
yeah. Oh, y'all was living.
He went all the way out. He was
Cabinets
like,
on
it's
the
the Browns
TV.
game.
Crazy.
Now, mind you, we were living in subsidized.
No, right.
I love my dad.
Hey,
Yes, I love
meanwhile,
my dad. We had
right,
a
the TV
Cadillac
costs
and a,
more
and
than
a, and a
everything.
big screen.
Right.
That's right. So
Yes.
we.
This is like 6
And they
months
was
rent
like,
right here.
y'all rich. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
had
The
everything
projects.
in
Right.
But we
Our
saw
rent
the
is
Browns that
$42.
day, and we had we used to wear the
was
dog
all
noses, everything.
man.
So yeah.
I didn't know. See,
Go
it was
Browns.
go Browns. Go Browns. Browns fans is loyal. We didn't know we was gonna be like that. What's up, Tyler, my
Said,
man?
why hop on to the
Browns
Browns
fan
fan
slander.
I won't join it. I'm gonna leave y'all alone today.
Tyler,
Come on in.
Tyler.
We wrapping it
Share the
up.
broadcast, my man.
We
Share the
wrapping
broadcast,
it up.
man.
We wrapping that part
We wrapping up that part up.
Somebody help me
y'all
out
have
here.
been through
Right.
enough.
Thank you guys for hitting those hearts. We
I don't
appreciate
want
y'all.
to, you know.
That's
I don't want to
hilarious.
get canceled.
Yeah, we
but,
don't want to get canceled
you
for
know,
talking about the Browns.
They different.
Oh,
They
that's
be
hilarious.
Like, "We'll fight you," and
I know
all
they
that.
do. They do. They loyal.
I almost said last night before we get to community spotlight, guilty pleasure. Not a guilty pleasure, just something that I was like, why did I watch this 30 times? Why did I go and find a long video of it and put it on my big screen so I could watch the full thing? So last night, I don't know if it was my first time watching it or if I just don't remember watching it. The Artest fight, the basketball fight.
Oh, you
Ron
never
Artest,
watched
the
it?
Malice
Bro.
at the Palace?
Yeah, like 2003.
Do you know
What?
I was watching that
That
live?
is
So was I.
so freaking
Ricky,
So
I remember
was I.
sitting
The
there.
Malice at the Palace. Like,
Understand what happened to me last night. I just happened to watch a clip, right? I said, ooh.
It was wild.
Oh, that was real.
And then I'm like, DJ, look at this. He's like, Diddy, you don't know? He's like, no, you gotta see the full version, not the full version. So I went and found a 1 minute
shout
long
out.
video. Then I went and found a 6 minute long video. Then I found myself just watching the game. I was like,
Have you seen the documentary on Netflix?
no.
Yeah, they showed the entire so
That was
it's
insane.
interesting that you said that because I watched it live. I
That's
remember
so-
watching
So
the
did
game
I.
and I was just like I
It
was
ran
like
up in the
Scooby-Doo.
stands.
I was like, "Rah."
That's
Like,
right,
what? Like,
right.
what's happening right now? But even watching it live and then years passing, if you watch it again, you're like, I cannot believe that happened. Like
couldn't
it
the
was
believe
story
wild.
of it is
It was
amazing.
I couldn't believe it
wild.
happened when I was watching it. I couldn't believe it happened. Like I had some
Yes.
things that I was thinking about
Yes.
because I was like, originally when he got hit with the stuff, right, and he or the bottles or whatever, and he ran up there. I was like, I think he was just doing a little. I don't think he thought it was gonna get to that point
Yeah.
because he never really threw a blow. He like mushed his face and then came with the other hand and never.
And then somebody
really
threw beer on
it.
him.
But then the other player
Steven Jackson,
yeah, tried to
Stacks.
come and break it up, but then see him throw it in, and his punch was like,
Boom. Look, my dude. So shout out to my guy, Marcus Burger Williams. Episode 4 of Hometown Burger Brown just interviewed Steven Jackson
No
on
way.
his new show, Stacks. That's my guy, Burger.
Whoa.
This was the recent episode of his show, episode 4. Interviewed
That's
Steven
so
Jackson.
crazy.
Stacks, that's his guy. Shout out to him. I have to play that.
So
We're gonna
a
syndicate
mentor- a
Hometown Burger
mentor
Brown on Lucas
program.
Live Media.
I'm gonna put Burger out on blast.
Yeah.
A mentor program helped Burger get his barber's license.
All right.
And I was part of that program.
That's amazing.
Isn't that
and
amazing?
he's been cutting hair since.
And he's been cutting hair ever since.
I told you, Burger was cutting my hair. I was at Burger's house on his bed, and you know, like barber chairs, they
Yeah.
had the little pump up, the little hydraulics.
Yeah.
We was sitting on his bed. And he would put more clothes underneath you.
Oh,
He'd be
okay.
like, "Hold on, let me put some more clothes," and we'd be like, "All right."
you can just
That's
sit.
how he did it. That's how he pumped you
Right,
up.
right,
He
right,
just
right.
put stuff more clothes. He's been cutting hair like a pro
Yeah,
since
yeah.
he was like 12, probably
Yes.
13. Shout out to my guy Burger.
That's awesome.
He's a celebrity barber. Shout out to him. Check out Marcus Burger Williams. Go follow him on social media. Marcus Burger Williams, Hometown Burger Brown from Massillon, Ohio. He's interviewing celebrities, cutting them in the chair. His new show, Hometown Burger Brown. He's only on episode 4. He interviewed Steven Jackson, who was a part of the Malice at the Palace.
cool.
He was throwing some big punches. He has a huge podcast too. Steven Jackson
Yeah, he does.
and
That is so
what's-
crazy.
and the guy.
yeah,
come on.
all the smoke,
From
up in
from
smoke,
Lakers.
all the smoke, yeah,
From the
all the
Lakers.
smoke, yeah,
What
all
is
the
his
smoke.
name?
That's so funny. I brought that
It's
up.
the
then.
Lakers player. He was always fighting. What's his name?
I know, man.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Matt Barnes.
Matt
Yes,
Barnes.
Matt Barnes. All the
Look at
smoke.
you. You trying to like pretend you're like.
I'm looking over at Brandon
Like
like you
Brandon
gotta
gives
know
me-
all the
Brandon.
smoke.
Look,
That's
look,
one of the
look.
best podcasts out there.
know
Brandon,
he do.
thank you
Brandon is
for
gonna
the
do
Brandon.
ESPN
He's our sports guy.
information.
He's our sports
Appreciate
guy.
that.
Yes. All right, that's funny that I brought that up, and then there's podcasts and all types of stuff to go with that.
We're gonna
There you
syndicate
go.
this.
I watched
That's
that
great.
last night
I'm about
for
to
a
play it
reason.
live
And I watched
later
it like
today.
30 times. I had
It's a
no
full
business
circle
watching it that many
conversation.
times.
You know what's crazy? What we don't think about doing on Lucas Live Media, we could replay
Show
things
that, I
live
know,
on
yeah.
Lucas Live Media, even later in the day or something. We could stream things live and show things or do commentary on
Yeah.
things. We got more stuff
Yeah.
coming. We got
All
enough.
right,
we
you
got more
guys.
stuff.
Olivia
So,
over there cracking
What's
her
up,
neck like,
Keena?
that's
she
gonna
is
be my
cracking.
job.
Hey,
Nah.
Keena, I seen Keena the
Keena
other
Woods,
day
did
at
you?
the BAC Center. She didn't bring no cookies though. If she would have had cookies, I would have let
You'd
you
have
know.
guessed. Okay.
But
She
she
said
didn't. We
she
had
didn't
we
bring
had
She sells
established
cookies in
that,
back alleys.
Like first,
Keena.
interaction. Hey, Keena, had Daddy cookies? And, it was fun. We had a conversation.
Did you get to
after
meet
that.
her kids?
I did. They're
Oh,
beautiful.
they're beautiful
They are
and
so
wonderful.
Yeah, they were just so.
She has the most
Like-
beautiful,
Well, she has
wonderful
I'm about to
family.
say
And her
family.
husband,
She just
Dave.
has a beautiful family.
They are
And
just,
they
oh,
were
they
having
are.
a
They're
beautiful
like, talk about lights and
conversation.
darkness. They're just the whole family is just like light. Like if the car door opens, light pours out. You just get some of the light.
And you
from
know what though, like
family.
talking to her real quick, you said all that light, and like sometimes I think we just forget that people go through stuff because she didn't tell you a whole bunch of heavy stuff, but
Yeah.
just like
Everybody
we had to do
does.
this and this and that. I'm like, dang.
And you still making
You
cookies?
know
And driving from Florida.
No,
and-
right,
yeah.
yeah. Like,
But right.
like when you have your own thing, you have your own business. We have our own business. I got a family at home and all these things. And when we're out here and we're showing the world what we're doing, no one's really gonna think like, did you run out of sugar one day?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or was there like a back order on chocolate chips?
Was somebody
You
mad
don't
about
think
something?
about
They
that,
didn't get their order. You had to fast ship it
You
and
know what
try
I
to.
mean? So like when you hear
Right.
someone kind of like bring that kind of stuff up, you're like, dang, I wouldn't even think about that. I was thinking about
Right.
cookies, not
Right.
with the struggle you had to go through.
You didn't know
the
what
oven
this-
went
yeah.
down. and
All of
the-
that,
yeah.
So, but
True.
she
Shout
wears
out
it. She
to
wears it
Keena.
well.
That's my
her
girl from
family
the
is
lunch
beautiful.
tables at
Yeah, they
McKinley
was
to
here.
forever.
Love it. All right, you guys. So shout out to everybody in the
Miss Parks,
chat.
what's going
Yes,
on?
good
Yvonne
morning,
Parks,
good morning.
Shahidra, what's up? What's up? We about to get into a funny topic here soon. We got some more stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
go
know.
ahead and jump over here to community spotlight and let
All right.
y'all know what's happening
In the
around town.
community. Shit happens all the time.
All right, you guys, listen. Our girl, Kareen Marie Tyndale,
Woo.
she has hit a
Yeah.
million views on TikTok.
That
On
is-
one video. That's incredible.
Shout out to Kareen Marie for hitting 1 million
Million
views. That's insane, but it's so well deserved.
Man.
The other day I was on TikTok and my mind was completely blue. I got on TikTok and the first thing I seen was this girl like, have y'all seen that purse bookmark thing? And I was looking like, well, this ain't from Kareen's page. What is this? It had 41,000 likes at the time, not views,
Wow.
likes.
That girl's
Wow.
thing.
That girl's thing. And when I clicked on it, she was talking about our girl Kareen Marie.
Wow.
That was so cool. to me. I thought
Crazy.
that was
Wow.
so cool. Shout out to Kareen.
Kareen
Y'all,
is-
please congratulate her in the chat right now, please. Like, she
I'm,
is
like,
someone.
speechless
She is
about it.
local.
It is crazy.
Because I have to say, I keep.
I live
I
close
think
to
I
her,
said
too.
this.
You
live-
Do
I
you
mean,
live
we're, like,
close?
same
Super
street type
close,
deal.
same
You know
street,
her?
same. Super close. Like
You
we
know her?
live same house.
Oh,
It's the
okay. I
craziest
did not
thing.
know.
She got
Oh,
the
wow.
same address as me, man.
That's
It's
the
the
same
wildest
address?
thing. Same
Wow.
We
address.
live same house.
Same
I've
house,
said
same
this
address.
before. I think I said
It's
this on a
crazy.
previous show when it started to get big. But when the first time I saw it, I was like, wait a second,
That's
because I
different.
remember the first video that I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, like how inventive, how awesome, like
Creative.
people that read books.
Man.
Here's the thing: even if you like to be on your phone reading, this will change that.
Ooh, that's
You
You
are
see what I'm
so
saying?
right.
Like it
Man.
will change
Yes.
it because I'm
Especially
not.
for a girl. As
Yeah,
a
especially
girl, when we
for
get
a
our little
girl.
cute things,
Yes,
we just
you.
wanna use them.
Yeah, and you want to be cute smart.
Yeah.
like this
Right,
is a
right,
cute
right.
smart thing, but
Girls
it
in
will
college,
change it.
all
Right.
that.
Yeah, like I'm reading.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
That's
got
a
time
great
for that.
like gift to give to
Judy got
anybody
one.
in
She said
college.
she
Yeah.
loves it. What's
She's
up, Chad?
amazing. She is
She's
amazing.
amazing. That's my guy,
Yes.
Chad Luxembourg.
All right.
Is the CEO of SideTrain.
Okay, CEO.
And he is a wonderful, wonderful guy. He gave me a chance to work in a consulting company years
Yeah.
ago. My first time, all the traveling I do around the country and all the
Uh-huh.
things I do is because Chad Luxembourg gave me a chance when I had
Okay,
came from
Chad.
early childhood to go into leadership development consulting. To get the job there, though, you have to go through an 8-hour day 8-hour interview, which is the craziest thing you ever heard of.
Wow.
But I got the job, and he's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person. And I left that job, and a year later, he sent me I still have the voicemail. He said, Lucas, we noticed you haven't been here in a while. We were wondering when you were coming back. It had been a year, and he was calling me to say, we miss you. We were wondering when you were coming back.
Awesome.
And now I still do work with them as Sidetrain. Love him, love them. Shout out to my guy, Chad Luxembourg. Love him. But back to Kareen. He knows my wife. So, yeah, Kareen, shout out to her.
Yep.
Her book, I come home every day. This girl, like I told y'all the story about how I be laying in bed trying to wake her up.
Yep.
And she says, don't worry about that. It don't matter. I'm going to be up anyway, which she's up before me anyway. I work here long hours. You guys know that. Like, I be here long hours. I get home most days. I don't rush home because when I get home, she's at the sewing machine making these things still. And eventually it's like, all right. And she'll sit up all night till she falls asleep at the sewing machine on the couch doing whatever parts of it she's doing. Yeah. Our wonderful friend Joy Ellis is helping her do some things.
Ooh. Something just hit me.
What's that?
I'm so sorry.
No,
Did you already tell her this?
What?
Kareen. See how God works.
Look at God.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you. He took 2 things that she's great
That's
at.
what it was. She prayed for that.
Oh my God.
She prayed for that. She asked God
I'm
for
sitting
that.
here. I'm getting chills.
She got to come tell the story.
Oh my gosh. He took
fashion
2 things
and
that she is
and
great
writing
at.
books.
Yep.
Fashion and writing books.
She asked God for
and
that.
With those powers combined,
By
I'm Captain
Captain
Blue.
Yes.
Listen, I'm sitting here. I got chills. Like, oh, that is such a blessing.
Well, I had
so
that
beautiful.
realization too. Like when she first did, I was like,
she was asking God for
really
this.
did both things.
And then she asked. Then she spent all of 2024 learning marketing, social media.
Yes.
So none of what she did was accidental. That's what I keep telling people. It wasn't like, oh, I made some videos and accidentally got 1 million views. No, she took classes. She literally took classes online of how to make viral hooks, how to make stuff go viral on social media. She studied marketing. She's been setting this up for years, literally, because she learned how to sew. She didn't even know how to sew, learned how to sew. She learned how to write books. She learned all these things she was passionate about. Then learned social media over the last year. All of this stuff God was building, she was learning. Faith without works is dead. That's what's so important.
Yes.
She always had faith, but she put in the work.
That
and
is
now
huge.
it's hitting. Every day I come home, I be like, how's sales? She be like, pretty good. I be like, how many you sell today? 80. 80. I be like, what are you talking about? 40, 80 boxes. I be like, did the mailman come today? Yeah. Well, why is there still another? The stack never changes.
Because it's,
it's another set.
I got rid of something, you came back, and I
it's
have
a whole
more.
Nother stack of.
Yes.
It's
Shout
amazing.
out to Al Mecca visiting us from YouTube.
What's up, my
He
man?
said
Al Mecca,
congrats.
the OG.
Yeah, he said
What's
congrats
going
to
on?
Kareen.
Yes.
Someone said, I think Judy had said she better get her a manufacturer, and she said,
She's
I'm
working on it. She is
on
that. She is, and we got some good connections. Shout out to we have a great friend who owns a fabric manufacturer in Cleveland, Amy Bircher, who's connected us to some people. Somebody who I did leadership development for. She's a woman in business who owns manufacturing companies across the country. She owns fabric manufacturers. She doesn't own manufacturers that does what Kareen does, but she's connected us to some people. Kareen has reached out to some people. Sweet. Pretty soon Kareen gonna be on the beach making money because the manufacturer is gonna be making it.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
that's the life that she wants. That's the life that I encourage her to have. That's the life that I'm chasing.
That's it.
Speaking of chasing life, yesterday was my official last
This is
day
so big.
at
Somebody hit some buttons, make some noise. Something over there. Let's go.
It was so crazy. It's such a bittersweet moment because I really did. Like I said, I made this big old post.
Tell them about it. No, everybody don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so I think at the end of 2023. I got a job at the Golden Key. Now I can say the name.
I know,
right?
You never said it. You would never tell anybody.
So I was a paraprofessional, which is a special needs teacher at the Golden Key. It's a charter school. It's a small private school right on Cleveland Avenue and 30th Street. I was looking for jobs. Didn't have a job for about a year because I was doing my entrepreneurship, the True Body Company. I was doing that. I just needed a little extra fun. So I was like, you know what?
You got a degree.
I got a degree. I went to school for education, so I was able, I can get a job,
to teach. You can do that.
You can do that. So originally I had said I didn't want to be like back in the classroom doing, something. So doing not the same thing, but just that same style of teaching. I wanted something a little bit different. And so the Golden Key offered just that. special needs children, kids on the spectrum, all over the spectrum. I mean, you got some really, really cool kids in there. Some that may need extra help, some that might need just a little bit of encouragement. You know what I mean? So it was really fun working in there. The staff was amazing. The kids were amazing. But I think one of the things that just really gave me a soft spot for the Golden Key was their admin team, because as leaders of a school like that, they did not take it lightly. They took trainings, they trained us, and they weren't taking trainings on, just how to take care of kids. They were taking trainings on how to foster a positive work environment, because they knew that was important, especially as educators that deal with the things that we deal with as educators, right? How can we get through the day? How can we not take some of this stuff home with us? How can we just, troubleshoot and problem solve? That was, obviously the kids are the main focus. They come first. But they also was like, we can't put our people back too, because the kids come first, because if the kids come first and they come second, or they don't matter, how are the kids going to come first, essentially, right?
Right.
So they spent a lot of time, working on us as staff, just reiterating and reminding us, how to just, just operate in the environment with the kids, with the parents, and with them. And I think they did an excellent job at leadership.
Yes.
On that admin team. Shout out to Gina. Shout out to Jamie.
You've always spoke so highly of them.
I have.
They are wonderful. You said the administration and the teachers, but you said the leadership there is phenomenal. They care about those kids. They care about those families. And that matters in any school, but that matters.
Those families need that.
Yes.
Yeah,
they do. Need that. They need that support.
The families, the children. Last year, me and my friend Donisha Wise, she was the lead teacher with me, and we had talk about impacting lives and just being in your purpose when it's meant for you to be in that seat. I was where I was supposed to be when I needed to be there. There was a little girl we had in our classroom that was just going through some stuff. We noticed that some of her clothes weren't fitting anymore, and mom was having a hard time. So we talked to the school and took it amongst ourselves to get some money together and go out, and I went shopping and I bought her some clothes. And people were donating on Facebook. I asked Facebook.
I remember that.
Facebook. I told them what was going on. I got permission from the Golden Key. They said, Danny, do it. We love it. Let us know if you need any help.
Yes.
So it was like, you go ahead and you do it. People were giving me, there was churches giving me money. There were just people reaching out, giving me money. And I was able to go. I went to Walmart. I went all over the place.
Yes.
Got her all kind of just cute little unicorny type clothes, because I had noticed that's what she was really into, right? And I wanted to not only just give her some clothes, I wanted to just, get a little confident. I got her a little clutch purse and some lip gloss and stuff. You
got her a bookmark. No, you'd have got her a bookmark if it was out there. You'd have got her a bookmark back then.
These little glitter boots and stuff. So I want to make sure she felt cute. She was coming to school.
Because y'all cared about those kids. And they still do. They care about those kids.
I had a little brush at work, brush your hair back a little bit. Her mom didn't care, so I'm like, I did that. But
she didn't mind that you did it. It's not like she didn't care about her kid. She didn't mind that you did it. Right, I got it. No,
she actually would ask me,
just to clarify.
Can you,
Mom didn't care.
Let me know.
Right, she didn't care at all.
But it was really hard to tell them that I was stepping away. It wasn't hard to step away because I was stepping away into another passion of mine, something that, we talk about this all the time. We have a joke of who gonna get out first and be at Lucas Live, full time. And it's something that, has been on my heart. It's something that we talked about just as a business to help us grow, evolve, and just, do what we got to take a leap of faith. And I think that's what it's all about. Because once everything was said and done, I was done having the conversation with the admin, which went amazing, because I told y'all they're so great. So they were so excited for me. They were cheering for me. They had no only bad feelings is that I'm leaving. You're leaving? Yeah. But other than that, they knew why I was leaving. So they wasn't, they was like, come back if you want to. Can you want to sub anything? Right. So I think I was so excited yesterday because I did it. I got through what I thought would be a hard conversation. I got through that. I did it. I came right to the studio after work, and I was like, it just feels different. This is going to be it. So I'm a full-time employee at Lucas Live Media, and we are getting ready to launch our new business, Footage Fusion, and we just
next week it's official.
We just finished
awesome.
the website.
Yes.
Lucas and I worked on that. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
You did a great job.
Yeah,
Great job
we really put both our heads together, and Lucas, a lot of the technical work as far as packages and what that would entail and what the business would look like. But I think that we got a lot of inspiration from Lucas Live Media, what we do here as a media company and media team, what we do out in the community. And Footage Fusion is a business that, because of Lucas Live Media, we've seen a need for what we're going to start doing now. And we've seen a need for video editing in businesses and your guys' personal lives. You guys have some really cool things that you do personally. A lot of you guys go on a lot of vacations. You have big families and sports teams and, milestone, engagements and weddings. And
it's just in your phone.
All
you just
kinds
have
of things.
content.
And the way that we capture content, we don't walk around with these big cameras and things like you really, sometimes when you see us, we have this phone and we are getting some, other, techie stuff,
Right.
some digi cameras and stuff. But we always have this phone. And we just wanted to encourage, our people that, you can make video, as a business, you can make eye-capturing videos and commercials and advertisements just with this. And because we've done it, we just want to teach you and show you and consult you and guide you on how to do that too. Yeah. So as y'all can see, I'm pretty passionate about what I'm getting ready to step into. Shout out to the Golden Key and every single person there that inspired me. I'm not gonna cry.
Okay. Aww. You can cry.
That inspired me, and I really appreciate y'all for the way y'all let me go. You know what I mean? Like, I walked through the hallway and every single person was like, Danny, like, you're leaving. And sometimes when you're in something like that, you don't realize the impact that you make. But they always said, you're always so positive. You're always so this. That was intentional. Yeah. I didn't care what I was going through. I want to make sure I walked in there and I was no one ever seen me upset. And I made sure, maybe one or two times, that's normal, I'm a human. But they never seen me so upset to where they're like, Danny, do you need a break? Danny, are you okay? Like, I've been sick. A few things that I may have gone through, but nothing to where they're like, Danny got a bad attitude, or Danny. They always seen that positive side of Danny's. Every one of them to see, and I was able to do that.
Do a great job.
Impact, and they've impacted me. I've learned from them. They learned from me, and it's not the end. Okay. Yeah. I want to make sure that, because I love them the way that I do, I want you guys to know and love them too. So next week, I'll be having a meeting with the Golden Key, and we're going to be working on a marketing strategy so that I can
That's awesome.
let you guys know all that I know, because it's worth knowing. So I'm starting.
I'm so excited for you, Danny.
Thank you. I
so
see you
proud
guys.
of you.
Hollis, Judy, Keena, Shahidra. Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you guys so much for everything y'all just said in there. I was watching it as I was talking, but thank you guys for just supporting me. Everybody, there was like 100 likes on my post I made. There was like 70 comments, and I was like, reply to your comments. I'm like, I'm trying. But
people show you love. You got to show them love back.
Y'all don't even know. Like, I made that post on Monday and finally posted it on Thursday. The original post was, today I put in my letter of resignation, and then it said long post ahead. Well, then I posted it yesterday and I had to change it, and I said, today was my last day. I was all week, I was ready to post it and just tell my people.
Right.
But I posted it yesterday. I found some pictures on the Golden Keys Facebook page,
cool.
and I put some pictures that I found.
That was so cool.
And so, I'm just so excited.
Y'all say congrats to Danny.
Thank you guys.
Hit those hearts.
Thank you. Thank my grandma's
wherever you're
in there.
watching from.
Thank you.
She is officially full-time at Lucas Live Media and Footage Fusion, our new business. We can't be more excited. You guys are going to see these businesses take off. Danny, thank you for trusting me. It's going to be a story to tell one day. You guys are going to see us tell this story. Yep. To jump into a business of Footage Fusion, which is not fully launched yet, and jump into a business that is not yet revenue generating, and to trust that it will be, is a big move of faith, right? It's easy to everybody says, I trust God, I trust God, I trust God. Most of us trust God by sight, not by faith.
Yeah.
Right.
And we'd be like, I got so much faith. No, you got a lot of sight. And when you see stuff working, you get on winning teams. People love to join a winning team. That's why they go get a job, because the job is a winning thing and they have an opportunity and they can promise you a check every 2 weeks. That's easy. Yeah. And you're like, yep. And you're auditioning to get hired. To leave that security, to come into an entrepreneurial thing where I'm like, I can show you by faith, I can give you a vision of success.
Yep.
Do you believe that this is going to work? And me, you, DJ, your boyfriend, we sat down and we talked it through. We thought about it. And, I know you've been prayerful and thinking about it. And you're like, this is the right move in the right time. And I'm so glad. And I never want to push anybody to do it because I got big faith. My wife has big faith. So I'd be talking to her. She'd be like, I trust you. She'd be like, she'd be like, I know these lights gonna be on. You gonna figure it out, And now she doing her thing, so I'm chilling. No, I'm just playing out. But we gotta step out there though, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta step out on faith. And Danny, what you did is gonna be a testament to so many people as you mentor more people in the future.
Right.
You're gonna be able to tell somebody to do something. And it's easier to tell people to do something you've done than to tell somebody to have faith. And they're like, well, when did you have faith in your life? You're like, this one time, maybe, I had to cross the street and it was cars coming. They're like, that wasn't no big move. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't nothing, the light was turning green. So I'm really excited. And ladies and gentlemen, Footage Fusion is here to serve you. We're excited to the businesses and the individuals. We're going to help kids get into college because we're going to put together sports highlights for families. To highlight your children in sports. We're going to put together memorial videos for those who've lost their loved ones and want to celebrate their life. We're going to put together interviews of your loved ones who are still here before they're gone. You're going to interview your mothers, your grandmothers, your fathers, your grandfathers, and capture the history of your family before they're gone, like I wanted to do with my mother. And we're going to put those videos together for you. Birthday parties, baby showers, whatever you guys have going on in your family. You have a phone full of memories. The iPhone turns 18 this year. It's full grown. Wow. We have a whole generation now of videos and pictures that have been captured over the years. And they're in there. And every now and then your iPhone says, here's a memory of some random pictures that you didn't choose. Now you're going to choose the memories of your child's whole life for their graduation or for their wedding or for whatever it is. And we're going to do it. We're going to do first date to forever packages. You have pictures and videos, not just from the reception and the wedding. You got pictures from the first date and that first selfie you took through all the silly moments you had and all the times you had. And we're going to put together videos for you from all of that. Is a treasure for you, for your children, and for future generations. We can't wait to do it for you guys. Next week, we launch Footage Fusion. And Danny, I'm so excited for you to be such an important part of that.
Congratulations, Danny.
Thank you, guys.
Stepping out in the water, girl.
Stepping out. My grandma was there. I'm like, can a sister get a loan?
Can a sister get a loan?
Yeah, Grandma, I'm telling you right now, that's something that I do aspire to do in life. So many people gave to me when I needed it, especially my grandma. My grandma is like my best
beautiful
friend.
So
okay,
wonderful.
My grandma's my best friend. I'm just like, it's so cool. Like when I was grandma, I'm finna talk about you real quick. When I was younger, like the plastic on the couch, don't you sit on there. I remember one time walking down the steps and my hand, you just like slide your hand down the wall. Get your hand, wash my walls. But my grandma, you say all that to say, strict grandma. Yep. She didn't play. Don't play with her. I ain't your little friend. But now she's my little friend.
She your little friend. She's so sweet.
Ain't that how it go?
You know what? I appreciate that kind of parenting style because it was it's a grandparent parenting style, right? Because I have so much respect for her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I would act a fool in front of her. I ain't gonna lie, because guess what? She acting a fool right along with me.
That's hilarious.
Me and my grandma are best friends. So shout out to her.
She came to the studio one day.
You know what?
She sat on the couch, hung out with us.
We brought her to shout out to Saxy Rob. My grandma came to Saxy Rob's event, which was a success. She had a great time. She enjoyed herself so much because you know what? She enjoyed herself so much because Saxy Rob enjoyed himself so much at his event.
He really has a good time up there.
He's
such a great entertainer.
The most memorable part of the evening for me, because it was so memorable to my grandma, and I thought, I wanted to bring her to the event. I wanted her to have fun, and because she had fun, I feel like I did my job. So she really appreciated and loved when Saxy Rob played with his dad and sang with his mother. My grandma has lost her mother and her father. Mm-hmm. So just to see that experience and just that energy kind of up there, it made her a little emotional, but it allowed her to enjoy herself, to see someone else that can enjoy that moment with their parents, you know? Yes. So Saxy Rob, you are blessed. Yes. You are so blessed to be able to do that. He did get a little emotional up there about his dad. But it was so
His dad had not played. His dad plays the trombone. He had not played in 30 years. Yeah. His dad used to play on stages.
Y'all gotta get to a Saxy Rob event because we could go and spill out the beans about his story, but it's like, y'all gotta get out there because, you know,
amazing saxophone player.
He came from music, and then to hear where his father came from as a professional player, like that was really cool.
It's powerful. Shout out to him. Awesome. And he raised money for the Josette Bedell Memorial Foundation. Shout out to her. Shout out to Mary Bedell. They are now raising money for the foundation. The Wind Chime Ball is coming up in February. We can't wait to be there.
Check that out. Tap in,
us and the team will be there doing interviews and doing our thing. It's a party with a purpose. They sell 700 tickets in seconds. Every year, I talked to Mary about getting a bigger venue. She had a perfect answer. She said, people ask me this every year. She's not getting a bigger venue. She's going to sell her 700 tickets in seconds. Last year, they raised over $250,000. That's $250,000. Wow. They gave away trips and the baskets that you could raise money. It was incredible.
Where did I find this out at? It may have been at the event, the Saxy Rob event. Mm-hmm. But Saxy Rob, it was. Saxy Rob said he supports the Josette Bedell Memorial Foundation because of this reason. When he told us the reason, I said I would support them too. Mm-hmm. There are so many organizations that we can give and donate to, especially those that I'm going to say claim to be doing cancer research, right? We give to these programs and we give to these organizations, and then sometimes we just don't see what our money is actually doing. Yeah. But with this organization, it's so different. Saxy Rob said he met with her daughter,
Mary Bedell, who started the foundation.
Okay. Sorry, met with her, and he asked, what do y'all do with my money? Right. It's like type of question, happen? Right? And her answer was, well, you know what? There was a patient that needed to go back and forth to her cancer treatment, to get her cancer treatments and radiation, and she needed a ride. Yep. Well, instead of providing that woman a ride, they bought her a car. Yep. They bought her a car. And Saxy Rob said, sign me up.
Yep. So that sets them apart.
Sets them apart because they're buying cars. They are providing transportation. I think they're paying, no bill,
paying bills
because
for people.
Like Lucas said when he was hosting the event, when that kind of thing happens, like, bills don't stop.
Yeah, they
Water got to keep running. The lights got to come on. Food got to keep cooking. Yes. Yep. And when I'm sitting up and I have to do radiation for so many hours out of the day, and I can't go to work and I can't do that, how does the world, because it's not going to stop for me. Right. How can I get those things paid for? Yes. And this is a foundation that says this is where we'll step in. So for us to be able to give $250,000 to that kind of foundation, please keep giving. Please keep going. Please keep supporting, because these are the ones that are doing and making a difference in the lives of those that
I'm
really
need it. I'm going to tag them in the comments so you guys can check them out.
Yes. So now on the Lucas Live News and Lucas Live Media team, we do try to keep things light and fun and keep you guys in good spirits. But there are just some things happening in the world that we just can't just overlook and pass by. And we do want to just take a moment to talk about that. Pray for some of the people that are being affected by, the things that are happening out here in the world. It's just...
It's a lot going on. So a couple things that are going on in the world. You guys know these things. So one, former President Jimmy Carter passed away at 100 years old. That's an incredible thing. If you saw yesterday, all these former presidents were all together again, and it was a fascinating piece of history. I asked my daughter if they watched it in history class. She said no. She's in American history in high school, and they didn't watch it. I'm like, that's craziness. What else is there to talk about? And this does not happen very often. That's okay. But it was fascinating. I'm a history person. I'm fascinated by history, and so of course I was watching it. But a president who only served one term but did a lot of good even after his time in office as a humanitarian to fight for civil rights and justice for all, truly, around the world, and even for humanitarian rights. And just for rights for people to say certain things were crimes against humanity, to say this is not right, that we should treat any person anywhere in the world in certain ways, to where they made rules to say this is a war crime, even in times of war, you can't do certain things, right? So he fought for things like that. So shout out to former President Jimmy Carter and his life and legacy and his family. Also, you guys have heard about the fires in LA. And I think sometimes we take it for granted. And I know it's LA, so I think we see celebrities and stuff, and we see places and beautiful spaces that we know. So it's even more tragic. It's not more tragic than the floods that have gone on in rural areas in Georgia and North Carolina and Florida. It's just as bad and just as sad. Or the wildfires that go on in Northern California every year. It's just as sad and just as bad. But we see it, and it's happening right now. And whether they're celebrities or regular people, are being the lives have been lost. People are being displaced. It looks like hell, literally, right? If you see these videos. So our prayers go out to those people, and just I think again to keep in mind all the blessings we have, you know, for what we have. There's a lot of people who lost their insurance recently because of a lot of rules and a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know what you do if your house burns down and you didn't have fire insurance. Like, who thinks to have stuff like that and on top of it? And
or
then
they won't allow you to have fire insurance because you're in an area that is,
because they know it's such high risk.
Fires. Same thing with floods.
They don't give you flood insurance.
Right.
We live in a crazy country.
Here's your insurance, but we're not
going to cover the thing that needs it most.
Right, that needs it most.
Health insurance, you get all sick, but you can't. Anyway, that's a problem for another day. And that's why it's important for foundations. This is the thing. I think it's very important for people who care, and that's why I want to be a philanthropist. That's why I am a philanthropist. Is because people in need should have people who have wealth to be able to help them. And even the celebrities, there's a lot of celebrities out there who can build another house, no problem. There's a lot of celebrities out there who have another house, who they'll go to their other house, and that's okay. But that's why for me in life, I don't think life is about depending on a government or an insurance company. There are people who have enough wealth. Again, they have multiple homes. I plan to be in a position in life to where somebody's going to lose their home, not have insurance, and I'm going to say, we're going to just build you another house. No problem. Here you go. Maybe you got to live somewhere else. Ohio, you can build a house way cheaper than you can in LA. You might got to move somewhere else, but we can build 20 houses for the cost of one house in LA. So maybe we got to make some changes to life, but I look forward to doing that, and we're going to continue to build. So thank you guys who support Lucas Live Media and Soon Footage Fusion, because we're going to use the wealth that we gain in these things to help a lot of people. So our prayers go out to all those families and all those people.
I do want to interject really quick.
Also, shout out to Ashley Valentine Stroud and Christian Turner and all those who are on the foundation. And also shout out to Ashley for getting the varsity head coaching job for volleyball at Canton McKinley. That just reminded me as Keena put them in there. They're also on the board of the Wind Chime Ball. They're raising money as well. I jumped to something, and then also thank you, Keena, for putting that in there. Sorry, go ahead, Lou.
No, it's okay. You mentioned the fires and the celebrities. Yesterday I was watching what was it, like the NBC, but it was like their major network or what have you. And they talked about the areas that have been hit by the fires are not necessarily just like celebrity areas. These are families. And a lot of these families specifically buy homes so that they could be away from the fires. So they were down the hill. And so they bought these houses, and they actually, you know, had this neighborhood and moved to these neighborhoods to stay away from the wildfires. And so they talked about the types of families that are there, you know, just like us, you know, teachers, you know, Danny, even though you're with Lucas Live, but it's just thinking of something like that, you know, just teachers, you know, your everyday going to work families, kids that go to your typical city schools or public schools. Those are the folks that are getting hit, you know, by these wildfires, and it does look like hell. It does. Terrible. It is terrible.
I watched a video the other day, yesterday, and there were two guys like pretty much trapped inside of a house. Look, a pretty big house, but with all the windows and doors.
I seen that.
Yeah, there was just fire surrounding them, and I couldn't believe how calm they were.
I know,
because that's fire and it's wind, and that's even what caused it.
The wind is what made it worse.
I remember watching the news a day before the fires broke out, and the camera was so wobbly and wiggling from all of the wind. It just blows my mind at how bad it looks and is getting there, and I just hope that we can get it under control here soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your brother's there?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Where did he go? Go ahead, turn your mic on. We're going to hear from Olivia. All right, I think we
All
might
right,
be
what's
on.
up, you guys? We are back live.
All right.
We did have some technical difficulties. So if you guys could do us a favor, we're back on live. We're back here. We did lose some of you guys. So if you guys can go ahead and share this broadcast real quick. I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, this is interesting. Are we back on?
Yep.
Just back?
We are.
So I'm going to go ahead and share.
Okay. All right. Well, we're back. My thing is all delayed, but we're back. We thank you guys for being patient. Those of you guys are here, broadcast share. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you so much.
We're back
Thank
on.
you.
We're gonna finish with our funny topic here.
Yep, I'm sharing my post real quick. If you guys can do the same thing,
This
thank you
is
so
so
much.
funny.
We did get kicked off. Just some technical difficulties.
Which is funny.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. You had a whole thing. That was good. Oops.
Yeah.
I said we're back. We're going to do our funny topic now. Thank you for sharing the broadcast. We did have a quick technical difficulty, which is always cool. We always feel like, I always say when we have technical difficulties, it means we're having.
Okay.
Oh, yep. We got a Mentor Stark moment.
Yep.
We're going to do that. When we have technical difficulties, we always say it's because we're having a great show and great things are happening, so it must be great. And we're going to always keep it moving, and it's all good. And we know we have love and support out there from our fans and followers.
So thank you guys again. So share the broadcast. We are getting ready to hop into our Mentor Stark moment, and we'll be right back with the funny topic talk right after these messages. We are back. Thank you and shout out to Mentor Stark and Lori Moline over at
Oh my gosh.
again Mentor Stark. So
And shout out to Olivia, for putting that together.
Thank you,
mashup
Olivia.
together. I do want to note that if you guys do want to just sign up for some of those events that you've seen on those flyers, watch the replay of this show, go back, screenshot it, and you can hit those QR codes and be a part of the events that are happening. But we are getting into our funny
Don't try to leave,
talk,
people.
Okay?
You don't have to share
And
your business.
be
Share what you
real.
want, but don't leave. I see people trying. Don't try to run.
So listen, the other day I was being.
I've heard this story
What's
before.
the word? What's the word? I was just talking about my life, and I was getting attacked because I said I don't pass gas in front of my boyfriend. Like, and you guys are like, what? I'm gonna do this and do that. I'm like, y'all are nasty and y'all not me. But
why everybody gonna be nasty?
Now I need to know, like, well, y'all need to know, I guess, because I know what I do. And do y'all pass gas in front of your partner?
All right, so let's talk about this. Okay, so if y'all don't want to answer straight up, let's start with. I mean, y'all can let us know in the comments. I saw Judy Pledger Williams earlier said, she said you share everything. She said you share everything, so you share that. So Danny's thing is, after all these years, she still runs off into the woods in the middle of the night in the snow, barefoot, in her robe, and just she toots in the woods for the
come back.
And then she comes back and he's like, "Are you okay?" And she got frostbite on her toes, and she's like, "Yes, babe, I'm fine." He's like, "Where'd you go?"
In the woods.
She was like, "What do you ask? Nothing happened." And Asia was here when we was having this conversation.
Asia's nasty, and Asia, I can't believe how nasty she is with all the things that she got nerve to judge.
Asia said she wasn't gonna tell all her business.
Did you hear that?
Don't tell all her business.
Oh,
let her tell what she wanted to tell. She just said absolutely in all caps.
But I feel like I heard her voice say,
"Could you hear her say
absolutely.
that?" Absolutely. Asia don't play.
She told us something, and I just don't know if I'm allowed to share because I don't
let her share what she want to share. Don't share all her business.
Scamp ain't gonna beat me up.
I know.
He
don't fight girls.
So
she said, I don't tell my business. Don't tell my business.
Live, baby.
So listen, or tell us how long.
So Lucas, do you?
Yes, you can't listen.
So I do too.
Yes, because okay. Let me say something.
I do too.
First of all, it's a natural thing, right? It's not
natural,
like it's not. Listen. It's not like I don't be like purposely drumming it up like I'm gonna go over here and eat the junk that make my stomach hurt and I'm gonna catch you later or something like that. It's just like, but I'm also not gonna sit there with my stomach ache and be having to go to the emergency room later.
TMI.
Yes.
You don't have to.
All right, she's about to give some TMI.
So I'm gonna give you some tea. I'm gonna give you some tea.
All right, listen,
with
ladies and gentlemen.
MI,
lean in, ladies and gentlemen, for the T and the
so
MI.
I've been in relationships for a very long period of time and never passed gas.
You've been in it.
Yes, lived with and did not pass gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when I met my husband,
date one, she said.
It wasn't quite day one.
Okay.
But we moved really fast. So it was probably like day 3 or something like that. He was like, have you ever, this came up. Have you ever passed gas in front of someone? I'm like, no. I think it came up because I had to. And he was like, why do you keep, I'm like, my stomach is acting up. And he was like, you better let that S out.
Literally.
Right. Like, you better let that S out. He's like, you gonna be my wife, you better let that, you know what I mean? and so listen, so I did. And I ain't stopped.
That ain't stopped since. That man made me feel at home.
Like I feel too at home to the point where he's like, babe.
Like enough. He like cut it out.
The girl I work with, she like, cause she just.
Look at your mom said. She said,
yeah, pass that gas. I didn't ask for all that.
Look at your mom told you.
You guys are, okay, I told y'all, like, when I was younger, like.
It's about you, like you don't do it.
No, like when I was younger and I had a little boyfriend back in the day, I feel like I'm gonna call myself nasty because I'm like passing gas, like I gotta go, I got all this stuff, and I just figured like when I got older, like I'm not gonna. That is so.
You just
nasty.
made that up in your head.
I did. I must have, but I'm sticking to it because
you can.
I don't even like. I'm in the car with my kids, and I will literally catch an attitude. I will catch an attitude when Dareem and Sonny fart in my car. Who did that? I'm putting the window down. Like y'all are so.
Now
nasty.
listen. What if your son ended up constipated, need to go to the emergency room, and the doctor was like, "What's going on?" You'd be mad though. He needs some medicine for something that God does naturally, and you ain't even a medicine person. You'd be upset.
Talking mess.
Okay, exactly. Talking mess.
I think. Okay, so I've got 2 boys, so it's like when they start doing stuff like that, it definitely stinks. But I mean, I just let the windows down.
You let the windows down.
I do get like, you do that girly thing, like, I let the windows down. But I do feel like in a relationship, if you're in a relationship and you're talking about a life partner, you cannot keep sitting there with the bubble guts.
You can't be sitting there with the bubble guts.
You gotta smell his, he gotta smell yours.
Y'all might be caring for each other one day. And y'all might be 80 and have to care for each other for real.
Exactly. Like,
because I literally think this. I literally be thinking like, when you marry somebody, I literally be thinking, I literally am ready to care for you one day.
Yes.
Like I will literally. You don't have to ever go to a nursing home, nothing. Like I will do whatever I have to do to care for you till death do us part.
What you gonna do?
So,
you gonna be in your little walker with a bed?
I'm not. No, I'm going. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be in a walker. I'm a superhero. You don't know me.
Right.
I'm a. I told you if I'm on an airplane and the plane going down, I'm gonna fly up out that bad boy.
I know that's right.
What do you mean?
I got a
Scamps
speaking
farts
event.
don't stink. Now you're just talking.
Nah,
now y'all farts
her
don't
man
stink.
don't stink.
Now y'all farts don't
He
stink.
got
So
Rosie.
that's why y'all get a pass because come on.
Doreen got a stinky booty. She said your
does.
son stinky. So I think. So let's talk about time frame. So date 1, date 2. I think it's normal that people early on are more reserved. I'd be a little more like, we don't know each other that well yet. You feel like awkward. You go to now men, I wonder this about girls, okay? Girls, ladies, and y'all ladies here, y'all tell me, and we got other ladies in the room. Okay, guys, when we go to the bathroom, right? So we dating, whatever, right? We at each other's house, right? We go to the bathroom, we standing up. Now we could let some gas out or something, but we not all in the position that stuff might getting to going, right?
We getting trifling on the Lucas Live.
I don't know. I want to know because I be thinking this. I be like, had I sat down, something might have got to going, but I don't sit down, so I'm like. I'm standing up, so I'm tight. I'm good. I be like, the girls is sitting down in the position. If she go to pee, the stuff get to plopping and dropping. That's what I'm trying to know.
But here's the thing: if the stuff gets to plopping and dropping, you in the correct place.
But you at my house, and you already ain't passing gas.
I'm saying what
because it's early on, and I come in my bathroom, and I'm right behind you. I gotta go too. And I walk in, man, you don't even know if I got spray. I mean, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
There's a 2-flush rule. First of all.
Because you got the courtesy flush? Let's talk about it, ladies.
It's a 2-flush rule. Just in case you have to. Okay, so now we're going somewhere else.
Just in
case you have to take a number 2.
Let us know in the comments.
Like date number 2.
Okay.
Right? You at the house.
And you scared.
You know what I'm saying? You Netflixing and chilling.
Okay, you Netflixing and chilling. You don't know where this night might go.
You don't know where this night might go, but all of a sudden, whatever y'all have.
Popping nothing.
Popping and dropping. Popping and dropping.
Go in there.
Plop and drop
while you doing it, flush. While you're doing it, flush.
Okay.
Yes, let it go.
They have some wipes.
2-flush rule.
Yeah.
You got wipes in your pocket?
I have wipes in my purse.
So you taking your purse in there. So now I think you're on your period.
But think that then.
Asia, what if you can't make it home? Asia says she's going home.
She's running home.
What if you can't?
His feelings is hurt.
I will go.
What's up, LaJohna? She like pop and dropping. That's right. Pop and dropping.
To your point, you might not know if you go sit on it.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, do you sit down? Because once you sit down, one might sneak out. Like, oh, I bet it's our time.
Listen, that's happened before. Like in the early stages, right?
Y'all share this broadcast. We need to know.
I dang near like had a conniption. I was like, oh my god, my stomach. I was like, ugh. And I went and turned the tub water on. Like, shh.
He like, what's she in there doing? I just met her. She in there, she in there swimming.
Tub water on, like, shh. Because I was like, if it get loud.
He like, homegirl, it get loud in there. There's fireworks going off. Meanwhile, she come out. I ain't never heard this girl pass gas. Meanwhile, she in my tub swimming. Like, what is going on?
I don't know.
What?
Like,
I was at a meeting with a family, and the other person that I was with, like the other
social worker,
she was like, I'm like,
on purpose or accidentally?
No, it was on purpose. Like it was nothing.
A social worker?
Yes.
That's weird.
We are not doing that.
That is not normal.
Some people are very, very.
Okay.
Some people know that I had a terrible experience at my chiropractor's office one day.
Asia said she'd be a full panic.
Yes, sweating and everything. My chiropractor, she had the nerve.
Because chiropractors be loosening you
up.
up.
I'm sorry, not the chiropractor. I was at the chiropractic office, but I was getting my massage when it happened.
Okay.
Now this lady would have me lay down, face down, and she'd be getting my neck and stuff. Now, she would always come and do it after her lunch break. So her stomach would get to like bubbling. Sometimes she'd be like, "Oh, sorry, excuse me." She's burped while she'd been giving me a massage.
She all walking past your face.
No lie.
She was right in your face.
She passed gas, and I was like,
she was in your face.
Are you for real? Like,
you supposed to be the one passing gas.
Right, when they pushing on you, right. You're supposed to be the one relaxed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, you got to schedule your appointments earlier in the day.
Like the time and a place.
That ain't right. She
I'm
professional.
not paying to smell you.
No, I'm not. It's supposed to smell aromatherapeutic.
Yeah, that's totally different.
It was nasty in
Fingers
there.
smell like onions and stuff. Like you just got to eat.
And you kept going back. That's nasty. Now I wouldn't do that. I would not go to the. What'd she say?
I have to leave right now. I'm sorry.
If you start your period at your boyfriend's house?
Oh my God.
That's rough.
Crying.
We got a lot of topics we're going to have to address in the future because I need to know. So, ladies, so I don't know if y'all clarified about this. So, when you sit down, there are times when them boys start sneaking out. Is that true?
Yeah.
So they start plopping,
when you
dropping.
get older,
I mean,
man, there was a time like
you had to tight. You could
so
clinch it.
Now I'm 30. Okay.
I'm trying to find out. This is true
30,
stories. All right, you done had a baby and
Tiff
stuff.
said
now.
it's
Different. Okay, like.
This is real stuff.
I
This is how I talk to people.
gas in front of my boyfriend. I mean, obviously he knows I pass gas. He knows that I
Maybe he don't.
Poop and
He
stuff.
finding out today.
He gets disgusted
Now you
by
know.
it, like, cause he's weird just like me. But
Some couple. I mean, listen. You're supposed to be able to be in the shower, and somebody should be able to be on the toilet and all of that. That's how a real couple's supposed to be doing. Ain't that right?
That's true.
That's how.
Now,
you
Like
do
I
what?
said, I've been in a relationship for
DJ,
years and didn't do that.
But that's how it's
and then
supposed
that's
to
how
be.
I knew he was my
That's
husband.
how you
because
know.
I'm sitting here
It's
on the
just-
toilet,
Yes.
and you in the
All
shower,
right,
and he talking about, I'm
listen,
trying to take a shower.
Think about the little house on the prairie. They ain't had no
Listen.
space. You just
I-
have
you
to.
know
we
what I
gotta
often
have
think about?
some
The times of
level
Christ.
of privacy.
Like,
Like,
what was the privacy?
my mom and my
Never having
sister
babies?
all my
Right.
life, we did it to each other. We would it's to this day. I'm going into the bathroom. If Tiff is in there, I'm gonna go in there. I don't really care. If she's in the shower, I'm going in there. I really don't care. That's my sister. Not with my mom no more, but Tiff, sorry girl, like move. She told me some stuff the other day about her and Mary that was just gross. Gross. I won't share her business, but it was just.
We want to know
I
now.
couldn't
No, just
believe
kidding.
it.
Nah,
I
she's
couldn't
she's over there.
believe it.
She over there turning.
I couldn't, but yes,
She
it
like-
was. It was awful. It was. Yes,
It wasn't that bad?
Can I
All right,
tell
let's
you?
show her. Let's get her on camera. Let's
Put
see.
her on
Let's get
camera.
Tiff on
Because it's
camera.
gross.
This
But
is
see, I'm
exciting.
not- it wasn't bad.
Breaking news! Breaking
What
news!
happened?
Breaking news!
What-
All right, get her mic on. Can we hear her? Make sure you can hear
All right, first
Brandon.
of all, if you're watching this, I apologize. They brought me into it, okay?
Hey, let's go.
Okay, it's really not that bad.
It's
Like,
that
it's really
bad.
not. But like it would, but like at the beginning of our relationship, it was so weird. Like he's like, no, you can't come in the bathroom. Like it was strict.
Yeah.
It's been 8 years, and I'm using the bathroom. He's like, lift up so I can throw this away.
There you
And
go.
I'm
There
just
you
like,
go.
wait,
That's
okay.
real.
Hey,
That's
this
just
is
real.
what
It's
8
that
years was
close.
like,
Y'all
huh?
that's how
Because
close we are.
Last year, you wouldn't even let me come in the bathroom. Now you're telling me
He
to
like,
lift
move,
up.
I need to throw something.
Okay.
Yes.
That's real. That's how
you
close
hear
they
about
are.
Bobby?
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Whitney.
There was a trash can in there. I'm looking at him like, throw it in the trash.
Yeah, you understand?
Listen, Bobby and Whitney.
That's real. That's
Bobby,
love.
my God.
Bobby
Y'all
had
stay
to
on.
help Whitney with her number 2.
Why?
You don't remember that?
Why? Being
It was,
what?
oh my gosh. She was like, backed up and she couldn't get it out. And they had a whole episode on their
he put his
reality
fingers up her
show.
butt?
He had to pull it out for
That's
her.
too much. Like I got stomach issues, but I am not. I would go to the hospital.
Said it was-
I've done the Miralax, the probiotics.
Oh, you're saying like, I don't know.
The
I don't know
Raver.
what the details were,
that's
but
too
they
much.
talked about it on their reality
You
show.
know what?
Okay.
Kudos to y'all, and I really hope you guys, have a loving, lasting,
Now listen,
flourishing
let's talk about this
relationship.
real quick
I
though.
think if you use the restroom with your partner in there, you're going to last forever.
Okay,
You're gonna last forever.
Okay,
Hey, wait.
Guys,
Here's the
just
thing.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
Can I tell you when he is in so for instance like he was in the tub one day. Okay?
She said that's too far,
And I'm
whatever.
waiting. I'm like I have to pee. Oh sorry, I have to use. We're already talking about.
You
farts,
can say it
whatever.
right,
I have to
whatever.
pee really really bad. Like DJ, can I come in? And I came in. I used the bathroom, and he started raining the water, so he didn't hear my pee. And I thought that was very respectful. I don't want you to hear my pee.
God, he's doing it for. I think you guys should talk about it. Maybe he is. Maybe he is really grossed out, and you guys have this OCD thing, and that's y'all, right? Maybe, and that's cool, and that's totally fine. You guys make the rules in your relationship. I think most people, like after all this time, first of all, he's seen you have a child, right?
Yeah.
I've seen my wife have a baby. We done everything. And then to me, it's like, at some point, y'all done had sex.
All right, I'm gonna just
How
start
many
farting in front of
times?
him.
Hold on. When you had your baby, I'm really about to go
ahead.
Break it down. Break it down.
When you had your baby, he was there?
There.
You didn't have no accidents when you had your
Freaked
baby?
No.
I wouldn't know.
A lot of women.
But that happens. A lot of women have
A
accidents.
lot of women have
Yeah.
accidents when
Are
they
you
have their
sure?
baby.
See, I'm like that. I don't do that.
But he done seen you from the
how
rooter
you
to the
clenching
tutor.
and pushing.
And right, she clenching and pushing. She like,
But he didn't watch.
oh, he didn't.
He know. Yes, he did, because you know what he told me?
He took glimpse like everybody else
glimpse.
was
Oh, he
passed
did.
out.
He said that All right, that's too much.
Leave all doors open. Tell her. She said she leave all the doors open.
Times of our lives.
You don't need to know what you might see.
It's too much.
And he's seen it
Leave the
all.
doors open, like Bruno Mars said. Leave the doors. Once the kids is out the house, it's all doors open.
Juana says leave them open.
Because to me, it's
I'm
like
gonna just
I
start
think
passing gas in front of my boyfriend.
I think the point is
Do it.
at some point.
See what
Because
happens.
think about this, you're a naturalist, right? Like if you could move to an island and live naked, you would, wouldn't you?
Good.
You would live naked on an island, but you ain't gonna be able to pass gas on your naked island with your man.
Right.
Are you kidding me? She's a natural eater. She's a natural liver. If she could live with natural soap, natural food, natural naked,
Yes.
her and her man and her family, she would. And this girl gonna be there stuffed up with her stomach hurt.
No, I'm gonna walk to the other side of my garden and pass gas.
She running to the other side of her garden in the middle of the night. Poop, 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 poop. Every
My son know the real me. My son be like, Mom. I'm like, bro,
Dad.
eat these eggs and be quiet.
He be like, Dad, get in here so she can stop this.
No, okay, that was a bad analogy, but I was
making the eggs.
I was literally cooking eggs. I was literally at the
eat
stove
these
cooking eggs, minding my business, doing what I do.
She
with
not
my
calling them
nephew
eggs.
gas
Eggs and be
And
quiet.
he was
Eat
so
these
mad,
eggs, son.
like, Mom, I'm like, bro, eat these eggs, man.
Man, because my thing is too. Here's what's funny about me. I do not like anybody around me to be uncomfortable. So like, I will do whatever.
Like, just fart.
Anybody. Like, I don't want, and it's not like I just don't like people. I don't like people being uncomfortable. Period.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
any situation where I think somebody around me is uncomfortable, I don't want to be uncomfortable. So like if somebody does, I wouldn't say something. I wouldn't be like, "Did you just?" I mean, I might be funny. But I wouldn't really want them to be uncomfortable because I
I
hate
get what
people
you're
feeling
saying. I
uncomfortable.
get what you mean.
I always want people to be 100% comfortable with me. Like we all started having more open conversations about life, and like we'd be asking, like, "What did you ever do this when you was younger? Did you ever drink?" We have some real
We
conversations
having
in
some
here.
real conversations now.
And I prefer that because it's like I want my desire in life is nakedness, but like transparency nakedness.
yeah.
It's like I want to live in a world where we can all just be 100% honest with each other, and even to the point where like. We're people, because I'm a person who has so many like female friends. I always have female friends, and I want to live in a world where male and females can be together and it's not awkward. I tell like women like, you look nice today, right? Like you came in today, I said you look nice, and you were saying something, your hair wasn't right, and I said I told you you look nice, and I said I don't pay you no attention. I said I don't even know why you look nice. I said I don't even know what it is, right? Like I'm not even sure what it is, but something looks nice. I don't know, and so but we're so cool and that's easy to do, right? But I want to live in a world where it's like we can all just be ourselves, naked, transparent, Garden of Eden, like, right?
My girl
Like,
Ella May has a song called Naked, and it's really about that. Like, I want you to see me just how I am.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I prefer that, like, just a world where
Yes.
men and women could be like, "You look nice, you look good like that," or say anything, or I could be vulnerable. I came in the other day and I was like, I was so happy about something. That God has blessed me, and I told Olivia and Danny, I was like, man, I almost cried in the car.
Yeah.
Why did I tell them that? I was telling Olivia, and Olivia is relatively new.
Yeah.
Why was I telling her that? Because I want to establish a culture of transparency
somebody
at this
snatched your
business.
chain, that's
Somebody
why.
snatched my chain,
And
so
you
you gonna
like,
cry in the
snatched
car.
your chain, so you gonna
You
cry
cry
in
in
the
the car.
car.
He gonna cry in the car.
But that's
Cry in
really
the car.
cool though that
Right.
like that you say that, right? Like
Yeah.
because with her being new, and you already opened up that door of
Right.
transparency.
And I'm everybody's boss, but I'm
Right.
coming in creating a culture of transparency where it's like,
Right.
if my boss can come in here and be like a man
Right.
and say, I said, I'm an emotional man. I was worshiping God, thanking God for a meeting I had with somebody, 2
Yeah.
meetings I had. And I felt so blessed from these meetings that I almost cried in the car.
Yeah.
Like, I want
Yeah.
to establish that. And the
Right.
2025 me, as tough as I'm going to be and not playing with people, I'm also going to be just as sensitive on the sensitive
Yeah.
side and not care what anybody thinks about me because I don't care what
I
people
love
think
that
about
for
me.
you. I
Right.
love that.
Like,
so
it doesn't
much for you.
matter.
Like so, like an example, like so with Olivia and then with me, right? When I first met you, I met you with all these titles. Like I met
Right.
you as Lucas, the daycare director, Lucas, the pastor, Lucas, the
Right.
all of these different titles that you
Right.
had. And now I get to know you as just Lucas, like Lucas,
Right.
my friend. So it's like I'm
Right.
like, dang, I really know this
Right.
man like all the way through, and it's just cool that you have this mindset now, and when we
Right.
have new people like Olivia, Asia, they can just see the real
From
you
day one,
which
right.
it's not like I didn't know the real you, but I
Right.
knew that person that everybody kind of knew, and I
Yeah.
did know a different part of you. I'm
Sure.
working with you. I'm doing short films, and so I know the
Right.
different
You know
part
my wife,
that, you
my
know.
children. You did know me
right.
more, but
to
still-
have the kind of conversations that we have,
Right.
and to know you more in depth, and to know how you work, like as far as your feelings and like what gets you going, what doesn't, and then just for you to share those things with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That just gives us such a culture here to be
Right.
able to share those things, because when I started working with you, I really seen Lucas Live Media as, while everything else is like kind of crazy in my world, I know when I'm here, it's intentionally positive.
Yeah, for sure.
It's intentionally good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like this, our safe space. And
I'm like that too. Like, you're like that. My life can be crazy.
Right.
I am intentionally positive. Every day.
And
it's
I
a
think
choice.
With we've grown from 1 person to 2 people to 3 people to 5 people to 7 people.
That's crazy.
8 people on our team.
Yeah.
And with that mindset of leadership, I think that we can foster an environment where anybody can come in here, because you know what Lester said about the show we did, our last show with Shahidra and Lily and Asia and me and Olivia and Tiff.
Right.
You know, he said, he said there was moments where everybody was able to just show their personality. And we wouldn't have been able to do that if we didn't feel comfortable enough to do that in the environment that we were in.
Right.
Because everybody has felt welcome when they come to the studio and when they talk to you, when they talk to me and anybody on our team.
Right.
But they were able, Asia didn't have to, she said, I feel like I talked a little too much, but while she was so comfortable. That's why you talked so much, because you were so comfortable.
Yeah, her first day on the show.
Think about
her second day on the show.
Right. When you were talking, you only thought about it once you watched it back.
Right.
In the moment, you were comfortable to do that. Lily and Shahidra said, we're quiet talkers, and then we were just talking to ourselves. You were comfortable to do that. If you were feeling like this show was just so, and I better only look straight and talk, and I don't want to, you were comfortable to do that.
Danny,
we're super comfortable.
Let it out.
So we bring it back to.
I just wanted to say too, like the same way that you see Lucas is like how I see you.
Oh wow!
Because
Interesting.
Coach Danielle,
Oh
she was literally
God.
coach. She's still in my phone as Coach Danielle. She was literally Coach Danielle for the first years I know her, literally up until this point. So it's just crazy. And same with Tiff. Like, even though I didn't really know her, she was still Coach Danielle's sister.
Right, a coach.
She was still coaching everything. So it's crazy. Yeah.
That is cool. That is funny. You never thought about that. Huh?
I think that goes back to what we were saying earlier, though, about like mentorship.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Because it's like you think people don't go through things. You see people at a level of success, and you feel like, oh my gosh, this person. But no, like there's a story, there's a background, there's a way that they got to the place that they,
Yep.
And then going back to what you said about just always staying grounded, though.
Yeah.
Like, even though you meet a certain level of success, just knowing that that's where you were.
Yes.
And being able to, come back down to earth and have earthly conversations with people.
Yeah, that's so cool. Olivia, I remember a conversation we had. I ain't have like the most expensive shoes and clothes. I just, I can put it on a little bit.
You can put it together.
Olivia will always be like, I can't wait until I get your age, because I'm going to get dressed just like you and be cute just like you. She literally said that, and I was like, girl, I ain't got nothing on, but thank you.
Y'all, she literally had these Uggs, and I asked for them for Christmas because I thought they were the cutest Uggs ever, and I literally just got rid of those. That's so funny. I was buying the same clothes as her in 7th grade.
Seventh grade.
I was like obsessed. Like, she's just so cute.
She
still is.
Thank you. Thank you. That is so funny.
But I don't have any older sisters, so it was kind of like that type of relationship. She's really close in age with one of my older brothers, so yeah.
That is so funny. That's so cool.
Bringing it full circle to mentorship.
And it's just like, I'm over here telling you how I see you, and not really even realizing that somebody even live right here seeing me as that.
Right.
And you know what? I'm glad that you are seeing me in a different light, because I'm like, I want to be
I got to see you in a different light.
I know.
That's true.
Me a little bit.
No, but like in a coach way, in a
that.
respectful way.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a good.
It's a nice, respectful fear.
Yeah.
Danny is, and me and Danny worked together. Danny worked with the school agers, and I used to work with school agers, and I was a tough teacher. Danny was the closest thing to me that I'd ever seen in the classroom, because she was fun and outgoing. You're a lot like me in general, but she would put her foot down.
Shout out to my grandma Janetta.
I could hear her from the office down the hall, and that's how I used to be. When I got into administration, I'm like, I don't know why they promoted me, because I was in there going off. But they promoted me because they knew I wasn't afraid to set the tone. So Danny would be in there like, everybody's fun, da-da-da-da, and then you could hear her down the road. Everybody gonna sit down right now, get in your rows. I'm not playing. What are you doing over there? I said, everybody sit down. And I'd be like, let's go. Because when I went in there, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'd be like, sit down magically. I ain't been in here in months. I don't even know all y'all name. And I'm gonna get them to sit down because of the way I say it. And you would do that same thing.
Yeah.
Was you cheering when Cherish was on the team with us? Cherish Gordon?
Cherish is my girl.
I know. Okay, that was
shout
a
out to
couple
Princess,
years.
her mom.
Yeah,
She's
that was
doing
a couple
some
years
wonderful
after that
things.
was with like Treyana and other them.
Oh, yep. I
So,
cheered with Treyana.
yep,
And McKinley.
I had Cherish as a daycare. Yeah, my little daycare girl, and she also I was coached her too. And I remember Cherish was one of them ones like 3rd grade. She was already sassy.
Feisty,
she was
right.
already there trying to check me, and I'm like, I ain't going for that because my attitude is like that too. So what you want to do? Like we would go back and forth like that, but it was like a respectful thing too. Dang it. But
partner camera.
When she was coaching, when I coached her, I still wasn't on playing with her.
Yeah.
And she had thought, because Miss Danielle, I'm gonna be on the team. I sent her home from cheerleading practice one day. Like, you can go ahead and go. She's Miss D, are you for real? I'm like, I'm for real. You gotta go. She ain't never did that again.
Never
she came
again.
back
You had
like,
to let her
I
know.
get sent home. Cause just a little embarrassed. But then she probably thought like, no, Miss, I've been on Danielle. She cool. You sent me home in front of everybody. I was like,
everything.
I sure did. But I loved her, and I was like, with them, it's so crazy, as a parent and hearing your parents when you were younger, like, I do this because I love you. Like, what? That's not love.
But it is
love. I had to send her home. I had to let her know I wasn't playing with her because I wanted more from her. She wasn't giving it to me because I think she thought, I know her, it's gonna be cool.
Yep.
No, that don't mean it can be. You still gotta take care of your business.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And she
Yep.
felt me, and she understood. And she came back, and I've had her back ever since. There were some issues that she had went through, and I had her back. I was in the meetings, like, not my girl Cherish.
Right.
I got her back.
Yep.
But she also, healthy balance. So
I love it. And shout out to her mom, Princess. Princess is doing some wonderful things. Follow her on social media. I can't remember what her name is.
She's doing her little thing on TikTok.
She's doing ministry.
Yeah.
She has a group. She just messaged me the other day because me and her had a conversation one day, and I told her, like I tell everybody, like, about their stuff, like her ministry, to go forward and do her thing. And she has like 70 women in this ministry group.
Wow.
She sent me this thing. I was like, who? I was like, she sent me a screenshot of this thing. I'm like, people don't have that many people in the church. She's like, yeah, it was like 70 women. I'm like, 70 women?
Yeah.
Like, how you get 70 women together for anything? And she's like, I don't know. God is just doing it. So shout out to her and her transformation in her life. Because she tell her story, like, who I was before. And she's been through brain surgeries and all kinds of stuff. And more importantly, God has worked on her heart. So shout out to her. Yeah. Shout out to her family. Shout out to y'all, man. This is fun.
Yes,
we're going to do fun conversations each week to talk about whatever it is, fun, open conversations. And I love this, Danny. You guys can
send us some ideas, too.
Yeah, because I love transparency. Yeah. And I really do desire a world back to Eden kind of thing where it's like we're not afraid to just have open conversations and not be afraid of being judged and just be like, I think that's what it's all about. Yeah. So, and that's the kind of culture we're building at this company. Footage Fusion kicks off Monday. I can't wait. Shout out to
exciting.
Shout out to us. Shout out to Lucas Live Media team, our production team over there holding it down.
Shout out to them.
We got Brandon in the building, Olivia and Tiff.
Yes.
And we just shout out to you guys. Thanks for tapping in like you always do, engaging and having some fun with us. Again,
New year 2025. We got big things coming.
2025,
big and better and great and fun things coming.
Shout out to all our sponsors.
Yeah, shout out to our sponsors: Jessica Danielle Nails,
shout out to her,
CSC Credit Union, Mentor Stark, Canton Roofing Company, and Sarda is up there. You guys remember that this month is National Mentoring Month. Okay, thank your mentors. Thank shout out to your mentees. If you have a mentee, go and do something this month with them. Take them out to eat. Go shopping, do a little bonding or whatever you guys do. And make sure you guys check out the Mentor Stark website at mentorstark.org. That is where you guys can see all of the upcoming events happening, and just stay in touch with things happening in the mentor world, and just in the youth and the community.
And make sure you're following our page, Lucas Live Media. Yep. You may get these notifications because we share it. So you may be following me or be my friend or one of us, and you may get the notification that way. Make sure you're following us at Lucas Live Media. And please also follow us at Footage Fusion 24 on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Footage Fusion 24. Make sure you're following us. We'll see if a week from now if TikTok still exists. Okay, we'll have a little bit longer than that till the 19th. Hopefully it'll still be there. Footage Fusion 24. Please make sure you follow us there as well.
Yes, and before we go, I just wanted to remind you guys that go over to Stark County Debutante Cotillions Facebook page. Make sure you go on there, find the link for you where you can donate if you were a past debutant.
I wouldn't photography. I know videographer, but I don't know that one.
Participated in the cotillion in any of the previous years, make sure you go and look at where your class is at as far as that donating pool, and try to reach your goal so you can get a spot in the 2025 cotillion little book that they'll have at the cotillion this year. Make sure you guys, again, the January 23rd is our mentorship fair. Yes. You guys will be learning the best practices. So if you are a mentor, you know a mentor, make sure you share the flyer. The flyer will be on our page.
Calling all coaches, teachers, people who are in charge of nonprofits, organizations. Yes. If you work with youth, if you work with anyone, please, we want you to be there. We're hosting along with Mentor Stark. We hope you come out. It's at the Temkin Commons building. We'll throw that flyer up one more time. You can screenshot that, and that will allow you to click on this right after the show. Right now. Screenshot this right now, and it will allow you to click on that little QR code as soon as the show is over. When you find it in your pictures on your phone, and it will take you to the link. You can register. It is absolutely free. 6 to 7:30 on January 23rd. At the Temkin Career Campus, Commons, 521 West Tusk, Canton, Ohio, 44702. Yep. We certainly hope to see you there. We're going to be talking about some wonderful things when it comes to mentoring.
Lily, thank you again.
Thank you
for
always.
Joining us.
Yes.
2025.
Thank you.
2025.
Danny, thank you for being our executive producer and host of Lucas Live News. We're thinking about changing the name because,
we're thinking about changing the name. So you know what? What you guys got homework,
be really cool. Yeah.
The Lucas Live media viewers, you guys have some homework, okay? We'll be back on the show next week. Next week at Friday, same time, same place. And when we come back, we want to ask you guys about some topics. So remember, put some topics. What do you guys want to talk about? So you got to send us some topics and give us some ideas about a new name. Yeah. When you get on this show, when you're engaging with us and you're watching it, what feelings are you feeling? That's going to help us kind of think about a new name. So when you think of this show, what do you think of? Do you think it's more newsy? Do you think it's more, what do you think?
Is it the Breakfast Club? Is it Good Morning America? Is it, what is it like?
Maybe some words to help us brainstorm. But you guys got homework, all right?
And where are you watching from, too?
Where are you watching from?
Let us know where you're watching from.
Yes, so... This was another great episode.
We did have a winner from our last show, so we're gonna make sure she gets her package.
Yes.
Footage Fusion starts next week, so we'll make sure our epic fail was won by Tori.
Yes.
And she's going to get a package from Footage Fusion. We're really excited about that. Thank you guys who participated in that last show. That was super fun. Everybody who put their pictures in there. We will be doing more interactive, fun things like that as well. Tori did win. There are winners, and our winners do get their prizes. Wow. So she's going to get a free package from Footage Fusion.
That's awesome.
You won something before, too.
I did. I have not used it yet.
Oh, you better use it. Ed Smokehouse. You better go.
Was it Ed Smokehouse?
It
was that pastry place.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, it was pastries. It was Tiff works there. Come see her.
Is that where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll give it to me.
All right, guys. I'm Danny.
Stuffed pastry.
Are you Lucas?
Shout out to them. I'm Lucas.
I'm the Lilster.
And that was another episode of Lucas Live News. We'll be back next week.
Watch out for some clips coming soon. Like those clips. Share those clips.
Don't forget
Reels
to share
coming
your
today.
ideas.
All right. See you guys later.
See you guys soon. Have a good day.